6 o'clock, good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Another thriller in the Stanley Cup final last night as the Carolina Hurricanes strike back, taking Game 4 in Vegas 5-3 and tie the series up at 2-2. Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal broke the 3-3 tie 6.5 minutes into the third period on his stomach to score a second of the game and the Stanley Cup final leading fifth goal of the series. Now the series will shift back to Carolina for Game 5 on Thursday night. Coming up tonight, the NBA Finals continues with Game 4 in New York as the Knicks lead the San Antonio Spurs 2-1. The Knicks looking to bounce back after Game 3's loss Monday, which was their first loss in over a month. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30 on ABC at Madison Square Garden. The Titans were back on the practice field yesterday for OTAs, and rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate was not on the field during the open portion of practice viewed by the media. The Titans are set to hold another open practice on Thursday, where Titans head coach Robert Saleh will speak to the media ahead of practice. And some other NFL news yesterday, Bengals, they restructured the contract of quarterback Joe Burrow, creating $10 million in cap space. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Away we go into your Wednesday morning. 104.5 The Zone's full day starts right here. This is Ramon Will. That's Ramon Foster. Justin Hawkins behind the glass. Myself, Will Bowling. 615-737-1045 is our number. How did the offense rebound at Titans OTAs yesterday? We'll talk about that coming up here in just a few moments. Jason Swain talks Vols with us at 8:20 a.m. this morning. Rhett Bryan joins us at 9 to talk Titans and also get back to the game show that sweeps the nation one time a year every June. Bonnaroo band names, real or fake. Back in the fourth and final hour of the show. Going to take a look at some SEC power rankings. Going to hear from you at 615-737-1045 on this gorgeous Wednesday morning, June the 10th, in Nashville, Tennessee. How are we doing? Good morning.
We're doing good, man. Good morning. Happy hump day, man. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week, whatever you want to call it, man. Or it could be happy bounce back for the offense day to discuss. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm here for it.
I would say it was a little bit better.
It was a little bit better yesterday.
Certainly.
No doubt about it.
I have to start off with a question.
Okay. For me or for us?
For everyone.
All right.
For everyone. My question is this. Have you ever been to a restaurant? And I'm not going to out this restaurant because I did enjoy the food that I had last night. I don't want to give any slander their way because I made a mistake last night. I pulled a classic eat a late breakfast around 10:30 before practice.
Yep, been there.
Enough to say, like, all right, I'm just going to wait till dinner to eat something again. You know, we're trying to eat right. We're trying to be ready to go for wedding weekend, all these things. And you ever want a dish so badly because it sounds really good, but you just know you're still going to be hungry?
Yeah.
And you do it anyway? It's exactly what I did last night, and I am starving this morning.
Are you really?
I have woken up just like I could eat a cow. That feeling when you get out of bed, you're like, oh my gosh, like I did not eat nearly enough dinner last night. So I even asked the waiter, I was like, hey, is this dish, like, is it pretty filling? Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was.
This brother did not understand how badly I needed to eat something, probably red meat.
Did you get an appetizer?
No, I got a cup of soup.
Okay.
Cup of soup to go with it because it was raining. I was like, you know what? This soup sounds really good too.
Soup does sound amazing, man, when it's raining out.
Actually, we did do an appetizer, but it was not the biggest, most hearty thing either. Anyway,
sounds like
I might need to
dieting.
order some kind of food to the station.
It's like that some days, man. Some will call that dieting. Like when I'm like cutting, like
starving.
I just call it the
like
munchies.
that. You call it the munchies? Yeah, I'm there for that too, Hog. It is. Will shook his head like
The munchies without a reason.
munchies without a reason.
Well, the
Yeah.
reason is I didn't even have dinner last night.
How about we just call that the cravings?
I'm just hungry.
Sure.
We should use the traditional term.
Yeah,
Hunger.
My man is just famished over there, man.
I had
very
that
much
the
so.
other day. I just went through the pantry and had like 2 things.
Did you?
No, my
I was going to say, there's nothing of value here. That's
I was
just
going to
sitting
bed at like 10 o'clock. I was like, man, I'm still hungry. I'm just going to go and like eat a little bit of chips. Wait, what do I have in the fridge? Okay, let me eat a little bit of that, some leftovers of this. I'm like, golly. And then I woke up and I was stuffed. That was my own fault.
See, I'm really bad at accumulating snacks for that exact situation. I'm not a snacky kind of person, unless I'm eating microwave popcorn or like some sort of ice cream. I
tell
don't really
you,
snack all that much.
You got me started
chips
on
and salsa.
something before. Well, I'm not using that brand, so it was Daisy. Okay, the French onion dip
Oh,
stuff.
it's so good. It's like
But
legitimately so good.
Got some of
I
that
go
in
to
food.
the hell of a one though. I like that one better. Okay,
They have a
and if
Mike's Hot
Daisy
Honey
come
one,
back,
too.
well, huh?
They have a Mike's Hot Honey one, too.
Man, that just seems like so processed and bad. I'm like, I
can't
don't know
believe
if I
it's
want
not
that.
Most of
honey.
it processed.
It is, but like the hot honey one, like we've hot honeyed ourselves to death.
It's
okay?
true. When did hot honey start having such of a moment?
I think it started off with pizza. Okay, like pizza was a thing, and I'm here for it.
Dicey's hot honey pepperoni is the best pizza ever
I've yet to still have it.
of the places that I've been to.
Last
And I've got
weekend
more
I-
places I need to go to.
I had hot honey and chicken waffles.
hot honey.
Those have become very popular.
That's
That-
okay.
it
I
was
feel
good.
like
That
I
makes
also
sense.
am I still going to get, well, no, I know the answer because we already have our marriage license, but that has become a very popular wedding, like past hors d'oeuvre in the cocktail hour
Yeah.
is mini chicken and waffles.
Yes, I have seen those.
Are we going to be able to still get married if we don't have the mini chicken and waffles?
I
I
think
feel like
so.
that's a requirement in Nashville.
I'll pick one up for you if you want me to. Like if you and Peyton
That's
want
tempting.
one on wedding day, I'll see if I can bring it.
We
for
do
you.
have mini beef Wellingtons that I'm very excited about.
I went to an establishment
Very
this
excited.
weekend. Harper's is where we went, and they had like beef Wellington wontons, and I was about to get them.
Oh,
I was, or what's the other words? The one, not wontons, pot stickers. That's what.
Stickers,
It's the
dumplings,
same thing, aren't they?
wontons. No, they're a little bit
They're a
different.
little bit different. Well, they were
one's
the pot
crispy,
stickers.
one's like softer.
So they was crispy, and they came with like a little au jus.
I
on
would
the
say that's
side.
wontons, though.
Well, the table next to us had those, and I was like, "Oh, we should get those as an appetizer."
I'm just
I
getting
said,
so much hungrier.
I said, "Nope." You know why I didn't
you.
get them? You know why I did not get the beef Wellington?
Because you're waiting for our wedding.
I was waiting for your wedding.
It's my guy.
I'm not gonna ruin the bowling experience, is what I'm telling you. Okay, well, what you and Peyton got
very
going
much
on
appreciate
Saturday, I'm not gonna ruin it. So I waited. Will, is what I'm telling you. By the way, Harper's is a solid institution too. I
Okay.
thoroughly
Add
enjoy
it to
it.
my list.
Yeah, you have to add it to you. The view was really good because we were away from all the CMA fest that was going on downtown. Although leaving, it took us over the, and I knew the way to get home, but I still put the GPS in. You know, one of those reasons,
Smart.
like, let me figure out which
Like a
way's the
real one?
easiest. Took me over Korean Vets Bridge, just totally packed.
Anarchy.
I have
Total
to ask, and I was watching the news this weekend as well a little bit. Whoever sent this young lady out on a harmonica like talent task, it was hilarious to me. Okay,
What?
It was a story
What do you mean?
online about all the stuff that was going on in CMA Fest, and I didn't realize. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and this is no diss to the harmonica family. Okay. But
Okay.
these ladies were on television
It's a crime
proclaiming
family, too?
they were proclaiming their love for the harmonica, and it was dudes. It was a bunch of artists, and they were all in on harmonicas and just playing on Broadway and all around CMA Fest. I had no idea Big Harmonica was a part of the musical world still.
Well, the only place that I've seen harmonicas is there's a trend right now on TikTok where you have someone drop different items on your foot
I saw that
while you have a harmonica in your mouth. And so you drop like a hairbrush on your foot and it's like, and then you drop like a, I don't know. It gets worse and worse.
Gotta get heavier and heavier. And then
Like a bowling ball. Like, not a bowling ball. We're not breaking people's feet. But.
Oh
Anyway.
my God!
So I love how this. You know what? In the first 10 minutes of this show, we have gone from I didn't have enough dinner last night
starving.
to harmonicas.
They're harmonicas.
And if that doesn't explain the range of Ramon and Will perfectly that I don't know what does.
Nothing ever will.
I don't know what does.
Man, shout out to Bruce. Bruce brings us something that's super cool. So we got our flower beds in right now. The project's still not done, but my wife really wanted to get our raised beds, and they're in right now. And she planted, I promise y'all this, Hawk, Will, anybody else at 1045. Y'all gonna have plenty of tomatoes this year, dog.
Oh, great.
That's
fantastic.
She's got sauce making ones.
I accept.
She's got a beef steak
love
tomatoes. We got jalapenos. Oh, we got real sizable jalapenos right now, man.
Nice.
And she's talking about pickling them.
Make
and
like half of a guacamole. You just got to add some avocados,
You know
and y'all would have it.
You bring some onions, we'll make salsa.
There we go.
And cilantro.
I like
Okay,
it.
like it's kind of cool watching it grow. I never really grew a self-owned garden before, or whatever it is. And
Sure.
it's really friggin' sweet, man.
We always had tomatoes growing up. That was the one big one that we did.
in like a little pot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Yep, it's on the back deck or something.
Yeah, we probably should have did that instead. We just added a whole
easy.
backyard garden.
Sure. Yeah, well,
It's hilarious.
I am shocked to learn that you have gone above and beyond what the normal human level is of having a garden. I, for one, am
tomatoes.
stunned.
How about this variation and that variation? And might as well throw this one in too.
Cherry
Next thing you got like
tomatoes.
6 different ones.
Cherry, Roma, beefsteak.
Big tomatoes going to be coming. Maybe the woodpeckers you have around your house are just government drones of big tomatoes
Seriously.
spying on you because you've cornered the market on the tomato business.
No, it's fun. I will say that too, man. Bell peppers, we're gonna put corn in
Okay.
if it's not too late in this fall. The whole project is for Thanksgiving. Okay, not just this project, but the whole setup is for Thanksgiving. All right,
Lovely.
hear me out. She wants to put her own like collard greens in there and cabbage. Oh, we got cabbages too.
Okay.
And so it's collard greens, it's her cabbages, and it's something else that she wanted to grow that was a fall growth and not like winter not summer, because if you grow it in the summer, they're too bitter. It's one of those types of grows too. So it's kind of it's really kind of cool that I'm into it. But I told Buck them yesterday when I stayed and did their show, we're close to being finished on the kitchen, outdoor kitchen outside. We will have a shindig, okay? I just want you to know. It is going to be.
Count me in.
Once you get back, hopefully.
Shindiggies.
Yes. I'm talking about the biggest one, okay? Because with
The largest.
With what this is, we got to have a blast out in the backyard is what I'm telling you. So
I love it.
we'll be out there with
stuff.
the deer and the skunk and everything else that's in the backyard that's from time to time. Oh, by the way, speaking of skunk, I saw like 3 baby ones in the field across the street driving home, man.
Oh, that stinks.
Look, moving on. That was good.
Coming up next, sports. Ramon and Will on 104.5
Get
The
them
Zone.
all. Get us the break.
Wednesday morning, Ramon and Will on 104.5 The Zone. Live for the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs. Yesterday, Cam Ward threw another interception. Had a bit of an up and down day, but overall, Ramon, the offense was better on Tuesday at Titans OTAs than it was on Monday. Would you agree?
It was. I think that bounce back song, that playback song from Hawk is perfect, okay? Because through this entire process, let's just talk it out.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was awesome because that's these practices. Let's just talk about exactly what it is without going too far right, too far left, too far up, too far down because 2 days ago, the defense, I think, dominated. Like, I ain't going to say dominated. They won. They won pretty solid. Yesterday, the offense, they swung back and they absolutely responded to what the previous day's work was. So let's talk this thing through, man. And it's a lot of bodies, a lot of players that are making plays. I feel like the way this offense's defense is kind of rolling a little bit, Will, like opportunities are presenting themselves to guys who are finding themselves in the right position. I don't know if that's good coaching, a better scheme, or just better players. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not sure if that's how you feel about them and the practices that you've seen, but that's kind of the way I'm looking at it.
Well, considering the guys who aren't there, who are starters that we have seen in open practices to the media. Yeah, there is opportunity for Micah Robinson at corner, for Keedrain Callaghan at corner without Cordell Flott or Alante Taylor present. Yesterday, there was opportunity for both tackles.
It was.
Who were replacing J.C. Latham and Dan Moore, who weren't there. I know J.C. Latham posted something on his Instagram story of a class that he had graduated from or some kind of program at Auburn, by the way. Wow.
Can't believe
JC.
Can't believe that.
I can't wait to hear the story of going to Auburn for even anything.
Man's diversifying his portfolio already.
I don't know if I would go to Alabama to use the bathroom, much less get some kind of certificute. But anyway, I digress.
A certificate?
I regress. Sorry. Kidding. Inside joke. Jim Wyatt had Cam Ward 3 of 6 in 7-on-7, 9 of 16 in the team periods. A combined 12 of 22 on the day. An interception by Micah Robinson for his second pick in as many days. Cam Ward's second pick in as many days, that is. There were some good moments.
Yeah.
A great throw to Chimere DK in 7-on-7. Another throw to Xavier Restrepo, who flashed again yesterday, continues to make plays. And a great ball to Elikai Manor that I know the Titans put out on social media as well in a strike zone period, as Jim Wyatt calls it, just outside the 25-yard line, as he says at TennesseeTitans.com. We're going to talk more about Cam in hour 2 and the overall practice takeaways yesterday. But were you satisfied with Cam Ward's overall performance at yesterday's practice?
I was. He moved in a better he operated better in my personal opinion.
No Carnell Tate either.
No Carnell. No, absolutely not. But his flow, his ability to deliver, I thought was good. Cam's got a whip to his throw, man, and I think it's unique with how he gets the ball out of his hand. It's quick. You see him being very precise. And then I will say this too. You guys, like the flash that shows from him, it shows up in his slant routes from his wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He has an immaculate
quick game.
Well, it's immaculate how he throws over the middle, just over the fingertips of linebackers and those coming down like safeties and corners. Like those slant routes, man, they're going to have like, whoo.
And from where you and I watched practice the last 2 days from behind the offense and in the end zone, I like watching from there because you can see a bit more of the windows that the quarterback is either seeing or that the safeties are seeing.
Yep.
And there are times where coaches or the other quarterbacks that aren't in are blocking our view of the receiver that's about to catch the ball or the window. And all we see is the ball go into harm's way. And you hear either the yells from defensive players who are very loud the second they get out of bed and remember how to tie their shoes in the morning, as you and Brad Hopkins have taught me, that defensive players are agitators. They're very loud about everything they do. Or you hear the wide receivers and or Dable celebrating a completion over the middle, too. So we really are getting a glimpse of how quickly those windows are closing and how quickly at times Cam is threading the eye of a needle to get the football where it needs to go. The good moments are really good.
Really good.
For Cam Ward. The bad moments, however, look a little bit like the bad moments during last season.
For sure.
Some inaccurate passes down the field where he's not giving his receiver a chance to make a play on the ball, or holding the ball too long, having to scramble and just dirt it or get rid of it.
Yeah.
In that regard, you don't see major improvements right now with Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. Is that a fair way to characterize what we've watched so far? A lot of what we're seeing looks like a lot of what we watched last year.
Yeah, I would say that, but it's also a new offense that he's operating in.
And I think that's relevant context, obviously.
No doubt about it.
I wouldn't expect him to have mastered this in a totally new system on June the 9th.
You brought up something that I don't think is too far in the weeds that we spoke about on break, but you was just like, if this was August and we're having some of these issues, then fine. But like in the springtime right now, when it comes down to them incorporating so much,
right,
being in a position to where you're trying stuff out, you're trying to figure out, again, like you said, these tight windows that he's throwing in that's good stuff right there. But when it comes down to, the layups that have to happen from time to time, making the quicker decision and not going for the feast.
That's more my concern.
Yeah. And I
hitting layups.
But I feel like that's what everybody's at right now. Like, you do the small things quickly, then you got an opportunity to gain momentum. My biggest thing for Cam, I guess, going into this second season is, how can you, as the orchestrator of this offense on the field, that's Dable's job as a play caller, how can you take what he's giving you and paint small strokes to continue to move the chains? Now, the running game's a part of that as well. Offensive line protection's a part of that. And can his wide receiver catch the ball? But when it's time for the, fast break, one pass, 2 steps layup, I need you to make that layup. Right. I don't need you to bounce that bad boy off the backboard, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Unless somebody's about to catch it out the air like a Marcus Mariota moment, okay? And we don't need those.
100%. And two, as a rule of thumb, and it's just the way I'm wired, and I know it's the way you're wired as well, and you've lived in this league for 11 years as a player, and you know how this goes. But in my opinion, speaking for myself, anyone who is acting like they know everything going on that practice field this time of year, anyone acting with any level of confidence, making sweeping claims or accusations about what we see on the practice field, I think is overreacting. Because we are essentially eating the side dish of a 4-course meal and trying to tell you guys how the entire meal tastes.
Yeah, for sure.
We get to see a very small portion of what the overall workouts have been at the Vanderbilt Health Football Center over the course of an entire spring. For example, Will Levis was a lot better yesterday, like worlds better yesterday than he was on Monday. If we only got to watch one practice this week and it was yesterday, we would be coming back on air being like, could the Titans get a 4th-round pick for Will Levis? If we only watched Monday's practice, it would be more like, could the Titans even get a pick swap for Will Levis? Mm-hmm. And so we get such a small snapshot of what the entire picture looks like that obviously, yes, when there is an open practice, you and I are going to come to the people into these microphones and tell you guys what we see and what we think and what we feel. But take what we say and what anyone says, in my opinion, with a grain of salt, because we are not looking at the full picture. And it might just be that they are trying different things when media is open, and then they try different things when there's no media there. And there's just a lot more to the story than just what we are seeing at this point. Is that a fair way to characterize
very fair point.
Football this time of year?
And some people, no, I will not say that. I will not disparage anybody. But here, somebody asked a question in the chat, though, too. Jeremy did, and I think this is a great question. I think it's a great setup for the entire scenario as well. Jeremy goes, what do the Titans do if we don't see any improvement? The negative discourse is already starting, period. Let's just stop right there, though, too. The thing that we have about Cam and his ability to get better as a player is it might just be this game. Cam just keeps the ball in front of him. Doesn't do too much. The other side of Cam getting better is the defense also supporting him getting better. The run game also solidifying his ability to not be predictable when it's going to be a pass, when it's going to be a run. Like, there's more components to this team and the wins and losses than just Cam. Like, I know what you're saying as far as like his improvement side of things. That improvement might just be game-winning drives. It may be, hey, getting out of a game and making that one pass that's a clutch first down, and you correct those mistakes.
It might be moments.
It might be moments.
Right.
And I know, like, I guess people want Cam to want him to arrive right now. I personally thought Cam coming out still had layers of his game that needed to be improved upon, needed to mature a little bit more. And I think when you look at what he's going to be asked this year, I don't think Daboll's going to hold him back, but he's also going to make sure that he is within the navigational beacons of the road, okay, at all times.
Sure.
I don't want him to go too far left, too far right in the earlier parts of this season and in the preseason as well. Again, Jeremy, it's not just Cam that has to make this thing work. Cam, to me, is, again, my approach to him this year, he's a co-star. He is not up for an Oscar. He's not up for a Grammy if he's Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, okay? That's not how I see him. But I do want to see him, to Will's point, and we saw it a little bit earlier too. If the layups are there, understand how to make them. Those are the portions of his game right there. I think that continually will be looked at it. Where are the layups that are being made, aside from the defense defending?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I have a hard time answering the hypothetical questions like that without knowing what improves and what doesn't improve. Like, if there's no improvement across the board, then, yeah, we probably have some pretty tough conversations. If Cam gets better but the team marginally improves, that's one thing. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to answer what do the Titans do if we don't see any improvement without watching the football and knowing what specifically is or isn't getting better.
Yeah. And again, we'll see. That's just where I'm at.
It's June
with
9th.
as well.
Like, if I had watched that practice for Cam on August the 20th, I would be way more. I don't. But even then, like, yeah, I would be a little more concerned. But even then, it's August. Like,
it's August, yeah.
Call me in September. Not to say that we can't learn things and there aren't meaningful takeaways that you can have or not have right now, but it is a new system. There are new wide receivers. I didn't think Cam was bad yesterday.
He was not bad, no.
And the way I would sum up Cam and all the practices that I've seen, I think 4 of them or 3 of them at this point, is, has he been great? No. Has he been bad? Also no. He's been fine.
He's been fine.
He's been fine. And I think back to this time last year, Ramon, we were raving about Cam Ward this time last year because the ball was consistently coming out on time.
Yeah.
There was a rhythm. There was a cadence. I remember specifically hearing Calvin Ridley speak after a practice saying his timing is uncommon for a quarterback as young as he is. Mm-hmm. We got to training camp and we didn't see that anymore.
Right. Sure.
Snap of a finger. And they started throwing different blitz packages at him. They started putting him in the deep end of the pool, and all of a sudden the waves started to be a bit more challenging for him in what Denard Wilson was doing to him last year. What I also don't know is, what is Gus Bradley already challenging him with now? What is Robert Saleh already challenging him with now? Is Brian Daboll giving him a task that he knows he can't totally succeed in, just to teach him a lesson? Because you know as well as anyone, coaches love to pick a day and say, I'm going to give you something that I know you can't do yet.
Absolutely.
Because you are so hard-headed. And Cam Ward, I say this is a compliment, as the trend on Twitter, parentheses, compliment, is pretty hard-headed.
No doubt.
Is Brian Daboll giving him something to do that he hasn't mastered yet within the scheme to show him, hey, why don't you listen to me in film, and I'm going to show you how to do this correctly, but you needed to see it on the field first. That way I could get on the film room and get on the whiteboard and say, hey, this is what you're doing here. I'd rather you go here instead with the football. Or look at this guy has already broken out of his route. He's open. Got to go now, and the ball's still in your hand. Like,
sure.
There are things that we just don't know when we watch practice. So I will rarely ever go above like a 6 out of 10 or below a 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10 maybe. 3 and 7. How about that?
Yeah.
In terms of excitement or disappointment, and something I see at an NFL practice.
You be keeping your powder dry.
Yeah, it just life's too short, man.
So we saw a moment yesterday in which Cam corrected it in one practice between one drill. I think it might have been same period, different set. So Cam went first, twos went, then the first team came back again. Mm-hmm. He missed what I thought was a layup to Chimray. Chimray was lined up out wide, hit him with an inside, outside. Cam just let the ball float a little bit. They come back. This was the Restrepo touchdown. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Same exact alignment, same exact play. Restrepo gets on top of the receiver, gets on top of the DB, jabs inside, go outside. Cam drops it in a bucket. They all go down. Cam celebrate with his guy, the entire team. That, to me, is the improvement you're looking for. That's the one he messed with Chimray. He found a way to correct it. Now, is that a bad play, a bad day? No. I look at that one as his last opportunity, he redeemed himself.
Mm-hmm.
He corrected a layup that he missed and end up in that moment right there towards the end of the practice winning the drill. Defense hit push-ups right after that one. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
So that's one of those moments. Like, to me, that's a growth moment. Coach, man, I messed up. I should have had that one. God. And then he got a second opportunity. The football games are like that sometimes, too. Like,
for sure.
We've seen all those quarterbacks hit their chest and say, hey, my bad. And then they go right back to their guy. That same play comes back up again. So that's, to me, a moment. Somebody might report, gosh, Cam missed a layup to Chimray. Some people don't look at the same play and say, well, he also made that up when he came back to Restrepo on that play.
Right.
So that's growth to me. That's in practice. Within 15 minutes of the first play to the next play, he went back and redeemed himself on the drive as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's good perspective on if that ultimately is how practice ends, where you learn from a mistake, then something good has happened, right? Like,
yeah.
And we will always, when we have conversations like this, hear comments or tweets and things like, well, why are you just making excuses for Cam? This is more of a philosophy on just how and I think you too, just watch practice in general, whether it was Will Levis or Cam Ward, whoever's at quarterback, whoever's at defensive back, whoever's at wide receiver. Like, this is just kind of us taking a moment to set the standard on how you watch practice and how we are going to watch practice and deliver things to you after the fact. So anyway, good day out there. We'll talk more about it in the second hour, about Cam's overall progress, about the other highlights from all of these things. But I think they're certainly starting to get used to, Ramon, a bit of a different way of doing things. Practice is faster paced.
Very fast.
Practice is loud. Both sides are competitive right now. These aren't world-shaking takeaways, but it's just painting the picture as best we can that there is a level of competitiveness and a level of just overall intensity that they've got right now. There's a little bit of juice they have in the practice field.
They do. And here's
Take it for what it's worth.
Some of the stuff that might go under the radar, like that's happening good for players. Like Keldrick Falk had an elite level of pass rush towards the latter part of the practice. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I think Brad saw it. We talked about it, if I'm not mistaken, like that was an awesome rep by him. But there's no sack to be called because nobody can grab the quarterback. You'll look at him and it seems like he just ran by the quarterback. No, that play is dead. Mm-hmm. But these are the types of things that happen in practice that you can't overstate or understate. It's just like, yeah, it happened. And this is just, in my personal opinion, just a setup for the fall, for July camp. And that's where it becomes real. This is where you got to start making those same conversations, having a deeper conversation about the issues that you may or may not have had. So it's a build up to it is where I'm at. The way I viewed it, I was impressed with how Cam ended the practice.
Sure. 615-737-1045, our number. We'll tell you more about what happened at OTAs coming up in hour 2. But when we come back, Chris Lowe drops SEC power rankings for the 2026 football season, where Tennessee and Vanderbilt are after this. Wrapping up hour one on Wednesday mornings, Ramon and Will. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling, 615-737-1045. Back to your phone calls in a moment, but first, wanted to hit the SEC power rankings from On3's Chris Lowe. Any surprise at all that Texas is number one to you? Because I don't think it's a pretty foregone conclusion.
No,
that Texas is one.
Only surprise I had was Bama being that low-ish, I guess. I guess I had higher expectation because of the brand, because of how they still recruit, and because everybody says Kalen DeBoer always pushes it. He's a championship coach.
Can the brand play running back?
This is also true.
Or quarterback? Because they don't have one that started a game before.
I thought they had, there's that side of it, too.
They've got, neither of them has started a game.
They got a young guy, or is it a transfer?
Keelan Russell versus Austin Mack. Yeah. Young guy versus transfer.
Yeah, exactly. So, but everybody always pushes DeBoer to the front of the table and be like, hey, or to the middle of the table and is like, hey, he's a championship coach. It's kind of questionable.
Well, but there are a lot of championship coaches in the conference. To be fair, too.
This is very
championship
true.
caliber.
Yeah, playoff coaches, too.
Number 1, Texas. Number 2, Georgia. I don't think you'll find anybody with a major issue with that, considering what those two teams bring back, especially at quarterback. Ole Miss is 3. I have no issue with that either. Kawan Lacey, Trinidad Chambliss returning in the backfield. They combined for 54 touchdowns last year. 29 portal additions for Ole Miss. Keaton Thomas is a really good linebacker. They're number 3. John Mateer, healthy again with Ben Arbuckle and Oklahoma. Talented receiving core. Isaiah Satania's back. Parker Livingston, Arch Manning's old roommate at Texas, now at Oklahoma Sooner.
Wow.
Number 4 on this list, Trell Harris from Virginia, named to know there as well. Texas A&M as the number 4 portal class in the country. One of the best secondaries in the country as well, including former Vol Ricky Gibson. They clock in at 5. LSU is 6th. My question is, are LSU fans satisfied if the first year of Lane Kiffin and as much as they spend on that roster yields 6th in the SEC, Ramon? I don't know if they are.
You talking about should be higher?
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that too.
Because I think if you are saying 4 SEC teams are the most likely number to make the college football playoff, I think it's a disappointment for LSU if they don't make the playoff this year. And that's really, really bold to say for a first-year head coach, but not all first-year head coaches have the kind of rosters that Lane Kiffin and his staff have put together.
We've joked a little bit about, but they are really probably close to $90 million in investments, right? That they've made as a staff.
In their roster, not
the roster, but just everything that they've brought in, Lane's salary, all the coaches.
Brian Kelly's buyout.
Brian Kelly, the roster. Right. If you include that into it,
for sure,
this is a $90 million team. This is the salary cap of a 2015 NFL team.
Jordan Seaton at left tackle, Trey Wilson from Florida at wide receiver, Prince William and Tennessee's own Jordan Ross, Ty Benefield at safety from Boise State, 6'7", Trades Green back in the passing game, one of the guys they did want to retain. Then Alabama's 7. To your point, I don't know who I would put Alabama above.
This is true.
Out of that top group. It feels to me like there is a separator between the top 7 teams of the SEC and everyone else.
It is.
Because Tennessee is 8th on this list. I think with the question marks Tennessee has at pass rush, at quarterback, 2 of, if not the 2 most important positions in this sport at any level, I think that's where the separator is. And then you get into the could they or couldn't they teams. Florida, 9. South Carolina, 10. I mean, they may have the best returning quarterback of anybody in terms of NFL prospect in Lenora Sellers. That Arch Manning would have something to say about that, but I would listen to that argument. Missouri has Austin Simmons, who Lane Kiffin last year at Ole Miss chose over Trinidad Chambliss after preseason. Mm-hmm. He is a Missouri Tiger. Ahmad Hardy's status, very important there.
I love an update.
Then there's Vandy at 12. I would not have Vandy ahead of Auburn with the built-in system knowledge of 13 USF players who are coming over with Alex Golish from USF to Auburn. I also believe more in Byron Brown as an Auburn veteran starting quarterback than I do in Jared Curtis as a true freshman Vanderbilt starting quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's where I have the biggest issue with this.
If there's anybody to Kurt Signetti this thing, I look at Golish and was like, yeah, his methods of bringing all his players, his system, his attitude to a team that's starving, yeah, most definitely.
But Vanderbilt with the questions on the offensive line, totally rebuilt offensive line, different pass catchers, pretty much running back is what you brought back on offense, and that's about it for Vanderbilt. And I think Vanderbilt's a bowl team again. Like I think Vanderbilt is probably a 7-win team. Mm-hmm. But I think Auburn could be an 8 or 9-win team. Wow. Going forward into this season.
Would you say Auburn, early prediction, Auburn could beat Alabama this year?
Oh, I mean, the worst Auburn team could beat Alabama.
You're right. That's on me.
Because the game is played on like an ancient burial ground when they play it in that game. But it is in Tuscaloosa this year, so doubt it. Camario Taylor at quarterback for Mississippi State at 14. Kentucky at 15. That is a program that's not going to be in the cellar of the SEC much longer.
No, it's not.
They are starting to spend money smartly. They are adding legit transfers. They are winning high school recruiting battles. Stephen Godfrey has talked to the microphones before, our friend from Yahoo Sports and College Football Inquirer, that there are some similarities between Indiana building the way that it has and the money that you have at your disposal at Kentucky and the people there that are now deciding to spend their money on football, who haven't spent their money on football before. And then 16th, I have no issue with it. Arkansas, they've lost 10 straight in the SEC.
Who's got Memphis is over? Coach Silver.
Ryan Silverfield.
Silverfield, yeah, no doubt about it. Arkansas, I can't believe they fell off like this as much.
They've just got a lot of work to do.
I know how they recruited in my era to how far it's fallen. It's shocking. Is all I'd say. I will add this to potentially the best quarterback in the SEC that might not remain at his school after this year if they don't get it together, which I do think they might get it together. It's Camario Taylor at Mississippi State.
They love him there.
Listen, I saw him last year against the Vols. He's a statue waiting is what it's the way I view him. He's got the arm, he's got the intellect, it seems to me, and he's got the athleticism to play the position. And Will, he is big. If they don't get it together, oh my gosh, like that young man. Don't let Lane get him is all I ask. I just beg of that. Do not. If he hits the portal and they don't take care of him in Starkville, don't let him go to LSU. I don't know how they got him. Maybe because he was slated to play as soon as he was supposed to. He was a better quarterback last year, man. And I think with a full year under his belt in the offseason, they're going to end up getting him. Levy, I think he's going to get them together, man.
They were in a lot of one-score games last year. They just lost with penalties and mistakes. They were a young team.
That defense just kind of fell apart at times. They had some penalties that kind of struck them throughout the season as well.
Levy.
I like Levy,
I think there's a ceiling you're going to hit at Mississippi State and in football, but I do like Levy. Josh Heupel likes Levy, too.
No doubt about it. Remember the name. If the Vols go take Camario Taylor, nah, they ain't got room for that.
You're already shopping in the next portal? We got to get through 2026.
I corrected myself. We ain't got no room for that. We got George, we got Faison already locked in.
Matt in Shelbyville, 615-737-1045. Hey, Matt.
Brother Matt, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Real quick, got to go to work. I think that you guys are talking about Cam Ward, which is okay, I guess, but I think that y'all need to be talking about this offensive line because that is where it's going to start. The better your offensive line is going to be this year, is the more success that Cam and the other players are going to have. And you know me, I think y'all on the clock for next year. But if
we're on the clock, we got contracts.
What do you mean by that, Matt? As far as Cam,
the offensive line, the offensive line is the engine that's going to drive this.
No doubt.
Yeah.
If the offensive line cannot block, or if somebody gets hurt off that starting five, who is your backup to come in? Those guys need to be highlighted immensely in all of this, because y'all going 3-14, y'all gonna go 0-17 if that offensive line is not together, and that's just the way it's gonna go. So,
thank you, Matt.
I'll hang up and listen.
Appreciate the call,
brother Matt.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, 1045thezone.com. Where else can you download our show? You can listen on 1045 The Zone TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Matt, with all due respect, I don't know how much you've been listening to our show if you don't think we've talked enough about the offensive line.
I wanted to get away.
I promise you, I don't think there is anyone on a radio show in 32 NFL cities that talks more offensive line than we do, because Ramon played it for 11 years.
No doubt.
And I say that jokingly.
No,
Matt.
no,
like, I know people are busy. You got work. Like, you can't listen every minute. We get it. But at the same time, 100%, a lot of this is based off the offensive line. The reason why we are coloring a lot of our analysis on OTAs, on Cam specifically, without talking offensive line, is because they don't have pads on yet.
That's the only real thing.
That is the only reason.
Of.
So until they have pads on, and until they can even practice in shoulder pads and have the ability to hold on to something and show some level of physicality, there's only so much you can learn about an offensive line in the meantime.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And just real quick, too, if you want to, Matt, if you still listen to us, like, go through some of the I guess, competition and depth a good bit. Okay, at center, you got Sloatman working there, of course, right? He's there.
You're just gonna start naming the roster.
I just for both starting tackles weren't in yesterday. It was reported. Of course, Dan Moore wasn't there, and J.C. Latham was absent as well. Ryan Hayes is getting reps at tackle. You got Austin Decklis also getting reps at tackle too. But again, you make a valid point. Like, the backups are a part of this too, and that any team that loses their starter are probably going to be in trouble. But Decklis has reps in the league. If I'm not mistaken, Ryan Hayes has been around the league as well too. Cordell Volson and Jackson Slater are battling out right now, and it's not really a battle because pads aren't on. Like, I feel like as a show, we've chosen to not really highlight D-line or O-line as of late because
there's no point.
It's not real. Like,
not yet.
I mentioned earlier, like Keldrick Falk, I thought had a real good rep with no pads. Might have been a sack.
There's very little we can learn about the big guys right now.
Yeah, there's just little. Not. But I'm with you on the depth and the concern of how deep this offensive line is. But my take is I think this offense kind of protects a good bit of that. I continually say that too.
Bears head coach Ben Johnson said last week, and we mentioned it last week, he said word for word, evaluating offensive line this time of year is fool's gold. Because somebody always stands out without pads on, and then you put the pads on, and they can't take that to another level of physicality. So I promise you, if there is a show that will let you know what the Titans' offensive line is looking like, this is going to be the first.
It's going to be this. And also Brandon Crenshaw-Dixon. He looks good. He's transforming his body a little bit, too.
615-737-1045 is our number. There was a great column yesterday at on3.com from our good friend Andy Staples. What the Brendan Sorsby ruling tells us about a tipping point leading to the only viable solution for college athletics. Next.
7:03. Good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Another thriller in the Stanley Cup final last night as the Carolina Hurricanes strike back, taking Game 4 in Vegas 5-3 and tie the series up at 2-2. Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal broke the 3-3 tie 6.5 minutes into the third period to score second of the game and the Stanley Cup final leading fifth goal of the series. Now the series will shift back to Carolina for Game 5 on Thursday night. Coming up tonight, the NBA Finals continues with Game 4 in New York as the Knicks lead the San Antonio Spurs 2-1. The Knicks looking to bounce back after Game 3's loss on Monday, which was their first loss in over a month. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30 on ABC at Madison Square Garden. The Titans, they were back on the practice field yesterday for OTAs. Rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate was not on the field during the open portion of practice that was viewed by the media. The Titans are set to hold another open practice on Thursday, where head coach Robert Saleh will speak to the media ahead of practice. And some other NFL news yesterday. The Bengals, they restructured the contract of quarterback Joe Burrow, which created $10 million in cap space by converting $12.5 million of his 2026 salary into a signing bonus. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
$7 a.m. in Nashville as hour 2 of Ramon and Will is here already. 615-737-1045 is our number. Glad you decided to wake up with us. Or maybe you are finishing the workday with us. We got a lot of folks that are driving overnight or working the overnight, early morning shift. However you're joining us, we're glad you decided to spend some time with us here on Ramon and Will, whether you are listening live on the radio, on the 104.5 The Zone app, Zone TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, or you're time traveling on the 104.5 The Zone podcast network on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you have come to the right place. We will give you more Titans OTA takeaways coming up here in 15 minutes on what Cam Ward looked like yesterday, the highlights and lowlights of a humid Tuesday practice at the Vanderbilt Health Football Center.
Yes, it was.
But, Ramon, I wanted to dive into this column from Andy Staples at On3.com about the tipping point leading to one viable solution in college sports. This is our moment for something to happen that you and I have discussed for over a year. It is time to get a collective bargaining agreement done in college sports.
Yeah.
Before we dive into the weeds on this and Andy's argument for it, are you in agreement that the only pathway forward to meaningful change in college sports is a CBA?
It is. It has to be an agreement amongst all coaches across the board to me. And not just that. The players might take a hit because there will be levels that have to be set in order to raise those back up again. I would go back to the 2011 CBA. Like rookie guarantees for first round quarterbacks or first round players went down. They did the 5th-year option deal. I remember was it Matthew Stafford and Sam Bradford. They both cashed in $56 and like $72 million before they even played. Cam Newton came into the league. I think his guarantee was fully guaranteed though, but it was only $23 million. Okay, so there's going to be a hit in order to get order back in place. But it's also. We talked about it last week. Who was on with us? And we were speaking about like, well, does this agreement allow the under the table stuff to come back again? That's the only thing that bothers me about a CBA with college is in the NFL, there is a gentleman's handshake. There is an organizational understanding more times than not. College has never really lived in that world because bags have been given. My father, okay, in the 1970s was flown to a secluded place so that he wouldn't sign with a team on signing day. TSU actually did it, okay? Like they flew him out of Covington, Tennessee, so he wouldn't be available for signing day so that they could sign him later. This is the college world, okay? Like this stuff happens. I don't know if these coaches really want it or will they abide by the rules because draft picks are taken away in the NFL.
I think the bigger concern is why would the players cap something that is currently not capped to give them as much money in their pockets as possible?
This is true.
To me, I would equate college football's predicament on players getting as much as they want to what Major League Baseball is about to face with a salary cap, which is essentially just going to be called the LA Dodgers rule.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen there is that we're likely headed towards a lockout in Major League Baseball. Mm-hmm. I think there's a world where there is a college sports lockout, which brings about so many other discussions about, do those years count as a red shirt? Are we still going to enforce the same age restrictions? Are we still saying you got 5 years to play 5 and injuries, red shirts aren't a part of it? You just get a blanket 5 years? Opens up a whole other can of worms. But that can of worms is still better than the lack of jurisdiction that the NCAA currently has today. Right. And Andy Staples laid it out really well. That after a Texas judge blasted a hole Monday in the one NCAA rule, everyone seems to agree needs to be on the books, which is don't bet on your own team. Charlie Baker has now begged Congress to pass a bill that he doesn't fully support. Charlie Baker is the NCAA president, and the bill probably won't pass. And even if it did, it would not help avoid decisions like the one that Judge Ken Curry released on Monday. There is nothing in this bill, Ramon, in 111 pages about lawsuits. It doesn't say the word betting. There's nothing about gambling. Things are still going to be tried in court. We have said this for a year. Lawyers are the biggest winners until a CBA is done from players to universities, because the NFL can suspend players for gambling. Major League Baseball can suspend players for gambling or performance-enhancing drugs because they have bargained with the players on what the rules are.
Yes.
They have agreed to a representation of their employees to say, all right, everyone here agrees that if you do this, you get punished this much. The reason why courts can win is because it violates antitrust laws, the way courts see it right now, because players have not collectively bargained for punishments they are unilaterally being given, and it takes away their ability to earn money. Andy writes it out really simply, says, want to have enforceable rules that declare players can't gamble on their own teams? There's a solution for that. Want to create a salary cap that can actually be enforced? There's a solution for that. Want to establish firm eligibility rules? There's a solution for that. Want to sign players to multi-year contracts with teeth so they aren't free agents every year? There's a solution for that. Want to limit transfers and tamp down on tampering? There's a solution for that. Spoiler alert, all these solutions are the same solution. And Andy Staples writes it word for word, says, make the players employees and hammer out a CBA. There's a reason Jonte Porter didn't sue the NBA to keep playing when he got banned for life for manipulating his playing time to help others win prop bets. There's a reason Calvin Ridley didn't sue the NFL when it suspended him for doing exactly what Brendan Sorsby just did, as Andy Staples writes. Those rules are baked into the CBAs agreed upon by those leagues and their respective players' unions. The players could sue, but a judge would glance at the CBA, say, you agreed to this, and throw out the case. It would legitimately be that simple. That's me adding things at that point. So the how is the tricky part. Schools would need to decide which athletes to employ, whether they split the bargaining units by sport. Is there a football players union? Is there a
can I stop you
volleyball players union? Yeah.
On signing day for you, when I signed my letter of intent, you signed yours as well. We went to the clearinghouse and everything else. Would you have even minded being an employee at that point in time if you knew that, one, I'll say this part too, your scholarship's going to be paid for, you'll be taken care of. And there's a lot I think that has money that needs to be poured in to satisfy all the other sports as well. But would it have bothered you being a state employee at that point?
My follow-up question is, am I me or am I a football player that could earn as much as possible?
Let's go if they pay 60% of your scholarship. Let's just go that route. Let's live in a world.
If I'm just me going through the process that I did and I'm just in my sport, I'm running, I don't care. Whatever it takes.
I personally don't think I would have cared. If you told me the promise that I got my 4 years, that, hey, look, I'm an employee, but at the end of the day, if you pay for my housing, you pay for my scholarship, my classes, my books and everything else, then it's an even write-off at the end of the day. There has to be an agreement, I guess, with state legislature and Congress as far as taxes go, if we're employees too.
Yeah.
Like, it's that side. Like, and I think they have the power, clearly, with them getting Ted Cruz and any other senator involved in these cases, judges and whoever, to allow this to be a part of the conversation. This is where the paperwork and figuring out how to set this up to where, okay, you are an employee, but like at the end of the day, you're net zero.
So within hours of the Cruz-Cantwell bill, the Protect College Sports Act that the SEC doesn't want, Andy Staples writes at on3.com, SEC ADs and presidents were given a presentation about how collective bargaining with college athletes might look. Within hours of that bill happening. At SEC meetings, there's a presentation apparently for ADs and presidents of like, hey, if we ever get to collective bargaining, which I think will happen, I think it's maybe 5 years to 10 years down the road, but I think it has to happen. Because if you can't enforce the one thing that has a 100% approval rating outside of Lubbock, Texas right now, what can you actually enforce? What's going to happen next is somebody's going to get popped for performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah.
And you are going to literally have a competitive advantage. And some judge is going to rule that they didn't know, and you can't keep their ability to earn from them because, oh, well, they didn't know they were taking that. And they're still going to be allowed to play.
So
that's like the only thing that hasn't happened at this point.
The most, I think, confusing part of this is going to come from the player side for this particular reason. The representation. Like,
because right now they've got it made.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like,
players have all the power.
The other side of it too. I'm on the NFLPA's website right now, and I'm trying to go through their through the advisors and just the board of directors. Okay, who's going to be it? I immediately didn't like him as a player, but I love him as a human being and what he's meant to the game. I think you need to have Tim Tebow be on this. Like, there needs to be a steady executive director board as far as representation of the players. Somebody that's not too far removed from the game, and I would even add too, I think it'd be nice to have some players who are freshly out of football be involved into these decisions, because I couldn't tell you what these guys are going through, like as far as intimately describing, you will.
Right.
These guys are getting this a month. They have these issues. They're worried about this when they're done playing football. Like, there's a lot more to creating a union or having a collective bargaining agreement too. Tebow, I would throw Reggie Bush in there. I would throw Matt Leinart in there. I'd throw Ron Slay in there.
In a players' union?
In an executive director board.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
from the players' union
there's
side.
certainly a place for former athletes.
Has
100%.
to be.
Right.
But for the old school ways of doing stuff and the new school ways of what we're living in right now, this to me, I think, is going to be the hardest part. It just, how do you get everybody, you said, bring that floor back down?
Well, and how do you, with so many employees, have a correct representation in a players' union that allows a rower in the Big 12 to be represented like a running back in the SEC, or a women's basketball player in the Mountain West who feels like her voice is heard, and then also the voice of a baseball player in the Big 10. Like, you have so many different needs and wants and desires that are less universal of experiences than, say, NFL football players who, with a little bit of give and take, are mostly living the same kind of work life. Like the same balance of work and personal life and health and injuries and needs in the training room and in the locker room and travel. Like, a lot of that is similar for 32 NFL teams who are making marginally similar revenue from a television contract. Like, do you have to have a Power 4 union, but then also a G6? Because the Power 4 has a lot different needs and a lot different tax brackets to work in and different planes that they can fly on to games than Boise State does, than San Diego State, than Colorado State. I mean, there are more questions than answers still, even when you do go the CBA route.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting, though, is that this is becoming more routinely discussed as an option because it's kind of the last resort option, isn't it?
It is.
Monday got us talking a bit more about CBA and collective bargaining and all the questions that comes with, because Monday completely made the NCAA a house of cards that can just be blown over with, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens next, because Danny White was the first one to talk about collective bargaining, and Donnie Plowman and Tennessee was kind of first within that discussion. Now you have Dabo Swinney saying it publicly, jumping on board in January, saying like, well, this is probably where we need to go. And he once said he would stop coaching if players got paid. If that guy can come around on collective bargaining, I think all of us can.
Yeah, we absolutely can. And here's the other part though too, like the dirty side of like collegiate sports. And which is why I think it's run so rampant with the amount of money that these guys are getting and their valuation and how they're perceived, either high or low. Sports consume, Will, and you know this. You go to study hall, you go to practice, you go to workouts, and then you're usually home for the most part.
Mandatory seminars on not gambling.
Absolutely. Like there's a lot of time
Like
that's
quarterly?
spent. It's a full-time job is what it already is.
Even my sport that I knew I was going to go pro in something other than sports was a full-time job.
It's a full-time
100%.
job. And it's a matter of these players recognizing what they're willing to give up to actually still be available to play and to run and to swim, whatever the case may be, because there will be a lot of take and not a whole lot of give in this too.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
In order to fund this, there needs to be a central location where all the money's going. Players, are you okay with that? How does the Mountain West collect? How does Gonzaga collect? How does Pepperdine collect, funds from all of this and still have the same representation as two? Sure. Like what may end up happening, you could, in my opinion, have two separate collective bargaining agreements. There needs to be, because it's too many schools if we're all under the umbrella.
A revenue and a non-revenue. But what does Title IX say about it if you're state employees? I know.
Everybody wants this, though.
What a mess.
I do. Everybody wants this.
I don't think a lot of players want it, because right now players don't have a cap on how much they can make.
What about the players that aren't getting anything?
Well, I mean, that's different. But again, whose voice is loudest? The 10% making most of the money or the 90% making the smaller percentage of the pie? Like there are more people on the not
90,
making as much money side, but the money makers drive this train to say if a certain amount of athletes have to agree to this, to a collective bargaining agreement, how do you weight it? Like there's so many questions.
Yeah, I just don't know if the
questions.
Superstars in college have the same influence as the ones in the NFL, if that makes sense. Like there was a quarterback club in the 90s that pretty much broke up the CBA or crossed the line when it came down to negotiating with the league versus the union. I don't know if you have a quarterback club that's powerful enough, because who the heck, if Brendan Swordsby was in it, and then these guys are still chasing to get to the next level.
Right. A lot of questions.
Not enough answers.
Good
I'm with
for our
you.
business.
I'd love to have heard that presentation about what it would look like.
I would too. 615-737-1045, our number. Tuesday, Titans OTA takeaways are next. Hey, it's Will Bowling for my friends at Lee Company. Is your home's air conditioning keeping up this summer? Well, Lee Company has you covered, if so. Or if not, just get ahead of the crazy hot temperatures that are coming to town, because obviously we're in the month of June and you know that summer is here. Make sure that AC unit is ready for the hottest temperatures we're going to get in the month of June. Lee Company's team of professional technicians will give your home's AC a tune-up, as well as seasonal cleaning and maintenance to help you stay ahead of the heat and humidity outside. Don't let that AC fail this summer. Head on over to leecompany.com to schedule your appointment today. If you've been here in Middle Tennessee for a while, you've seen the Lee Company fleet of vehicles driving around. Or if you're new to town, this is one thing you need to know. Lee Company has the folks that you need to trust. They got over 80 years of experience serving Middle Tennessee. Get the very best players on your team by going online to leecompany.com. That's Lee Company, all you need. Hour 2 of Wednesday mornings, Ramon and Will continues. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling at Ramon and Will on Twitter. 615-737-1045 is our number. Ramon Foster, your number one takeaway from yesterday's Titans OTA practice was what?
The defense and offense create a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by opportunities?
It means guys seem to be in the right spot defensively when you need them to be. These amount of turnovers that they're having is, to me, I think just a hyper focus on the teachings that they're getting, the film work that they're allowing, and just how Coach Gus Bradley and Robert Saleh defensively are setting these guys up. Like, we're talking about interceptions and guys being in position to make plays, but we watched yesterday at a few players that seem to be in the right spot. I'll name out one in particular yesterday, man. It was Keydrane Callaghan. Just Johnny on the spot. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody wrote about him. I know Jimmy Wyatt did, TennesseeTitans.com. I know Teron Davenport had it in his observations as well. Like, it's either that or the floor of talent has been raised up.
There were two back shoulder throws intended for Elikai Manor where Keydrane Callaghan, without turning his head, recognized when Alec's hands went up and then stuck out his arm and knocked down the football, matching the hands of the wide receiver as he was about to try to make a back shoulder catch.
2-3 times.
Did it twice in a row.
Twice in a row. Mm-hmm. And now, he ended up getting, Elikai Manor ended up getting him later.
Yeah.
He got him later, but it was a fascinating watch to see him be instinctive like that. And I think that shouldn't go understated. Offensively, I saw somebody in our YouTube chat, if you're watching us on there as well, bring up this offense is going to be one-dimensional. And I actually replied back to him, I think that guy was gone. His name was Jason. I said, lies. This offense, to me, has created a lot of opportunity. It's going to have a lot of spacing. The run game is going to be a part of. One-dimensional tells me you only do one thing good. I don't think this offense is going to present itself in that manner. Without, like, giving too much away, like, you can see the flow and, I guess, the methods in which Brian Daboll likes to operate, and it is with a lot of confusion. You've seen the motions. You've seen the pre-snap. We watched Mitch Trubisky yesterday just put – who was it? It may have been Tony Pollard in motion, or it might have been it might have been Tajay.
A running back.
It was a running back. Put a running back in motion. Saw he was man-to-man. Got him. That's all I was thinking about saying. Saw he was man. Got him.
And we know that from Brian Daboll's offenses in New York and in Buffalo, and just the Belichickian way of running offense. The Bill O'Brien, Josh McDaniels way of that. And the Titans were among the lowest teams in the league in terms of percentage of pre-snap motion a season ago as well. Yeah. So you're, I think, going to see more of that. And that's not from anything we've seen at practice. That's just understanding what this new offense is coming from New York.
I think there'll be opportunities there for the guys. If you can get open, it'll be there for you. It will not, in my opinion, be one-dimensional. We've seen them work close to the line of scrimmage, mid-level, and down the field as well.
It needs to be multi-dimensional.
Yeah, it does.
If the Titans are one-dimensional this season, I don't think they're talented enough to be super dynamic on offense if the defense knows what's coming.
For sure.
At the same time, though, that's also just football. Like, there are very few teams in this sport that can be one-dimensional and good. Mm-hmm. That's just a rule overall.
And just a side quest, too, the tight ends are very, very talented.
They're very involved. Kylan Granson is not an empty chair.
No.
I think Kylan Granson has a really solid chance of making this roster as things currently sit. I'd say him and Daniel Bellinger, who they paid in the offseason, are probably pretty comfortable on this roster as three tight ends. And I don't think that's an overly hot take on June 10th.
No, and of course, you don't have to mention Gunner and what he could do, too.
Yeah, right.
You gave a nickname, and I'm not sure we were ready to give the world that one, too. But Jaron Kanik he's a plate. I'll say this. He could be a strong weapon. I've said this before.
It was not my nickname.
I thought you gave it to him yesterday.
Mm-mm. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to.
It was a Rhett Bryan nickname.
Oh, I thought. Okay, shout
Rhett will join us at 9 o'clock. We'll talk with Rhett
and
about
he'll
that
disclose that. But Janik has also got some wiggle to his game.
Jaron Kanik,
yeah,
7th round rookie from Oklahoma, who you have compared a little bit to Kyle Juszczyk.
I have, and I'm not backing off of that one.
I would enjoy it.
Okay,
I would enjoy it. Chimere Dike had a good day yesterday. Caught 4 passes, including a pair of touchdowns. Officials did rule him short of the goal line after one reception. So then 2 plays later, he got back in the end zone, beating Tennessee corner Jalen McMurray to the corner. Earlier in practice, there was a 60-yard touchdown pass from Will Levis to Chimere DK. How much of a role is there for DK in this offense, Ramon, in Brian Daboll's system that from kind of the Earhart tree and the way that this offense was built, building blocks over time, how much room is there for a second slot receiver to have a big role within this offense? Because obviously we know Wan'Dale Robinson is the first slot receiver in this offense.
It's for Chimere, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Speed is elite. The way he was able to disengage at the line of scrimmage and get up the field and just be open, that is a talent that people pay for. And if he has the ability to bring in more footballs down the field the way we kind of saw him be targeted yesterday, well, that role can grow. It'll just be a threat to where if you go 5 wide with no running backs on the field, pick your poison. You better not have your weakest link on a guy like him if he's taking that next step into being a receiver. You mentioned it earlier this year. This offseason, he was just like, well, I don't know. Well, you mentioned him being more of a wide receiver. I pushed back and was like, no, he needs to be the returner.
Yeah, my take earlier in the offseason was I'd be willing to let Nick Singleton return kicks, keep DK on punts, and have Chimere DK take another step into a bit more of a pass catcher role this season.
What we've seen, and I think yesterday was his day. He got more targets. You can tell it looked like they kind of, I don't want to say they didn't scheme him up, but he was off to the side by himself, like single wide to the left, him, one-on-one situation, and he won. I feel like the 3 times that I recognized it, he won all 3 times. I think one of them was a Cam overthrow. The other 2 times he brought the balls in, and he was just like, yeah, I was like, Will was right. I was like, doggone, I got to go in and admit this tomorrow.
And two, I think there's probably a middle ground where he can still return kicks or be one of 2 guys back there and still also have more of a responsibility within the offense. But the way I see it is he is the only guy the Titans have in the wide receiver room who can win with speed over the top of the defense.
It's quick.
Yeah.
It's so
Because Carnell Tate is more of a glider, go over top of you to make a catch. Wan'Dale Robinson is a technician over the middle of the field to find space. I think at this point of his career, Calvin Ridley is a bit of a mix of the two. Mm-hmm. He is a route runner that is quick. I'm not sure he has the top-end speed close to the level of what DK could provide you. And so I look at this wide receiver room and say, well, if I need somebody to run a slot fade and just beat a corner to the red line being an imaginary line along the sidelines of the hash marks, so that about 5 yards of the sideline, get to the boundary and the outside of the field, DK is the only guy I have that can do that. And the one thing that I know about Brian Daboll wide receivers over his course of time as a play caller in New England, or as a wide receivers coach in New England, play caller at Alabama, play caller coach at Buffalo and in New York, is Brian Daboll loves a receiver who can run. Mm-hmm. And Chimere DK can run.
He reminds me, Chimere DK, I'm not comparing him a one-to-one, but he's this type. He's an Odell Beckham type. Where if he's got he's got that one-trick pony right now where he can get down the field, he's gone. He's got it. You mentioned Carnell Tate. Like, he reminds me a little bit, I guess, of a Julio Jones type. Was kind of smooth, long range, and you don't realize how quick he is. You see what I'm going like in the comparisons?
As thick as Julio was.
No, absolutely
but
not.
In terms of
movement,
he may be more DeAndre Hopkins.
D-Hop. Okay, outright, yes. Yeah. More D-Hop.
In terms of player type. We're not saying in terms of quality, although I do think that Carnell Tate's ceiling is DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, no doubt. But like the explosiveness that Odell Beckham added to offenses, if that role grows for Chimere DK, because you know he's got the speed. He had that. Florida. That was one of his calling cards. He showed that in his special teams. Like that, he could grow in this role.
And I mentioned slot fade as one of the routes. Like I think there are so many deep crossers to be run within this offense based on what the Giants were and based on what Buffalo was. And I see DK running those very well.
Yeah. No doubt.
Considering his skill set.
And maybe this isn't all for this year. You got 4 years of a contract with this guy.
That's true. I would agree. Another good day for Xavier Restrepo. Jim Wyatt writes at TennesseeTitans.com, in the 4 open OTAs, no one has caught more passes than Xavier Restrepo, who has 14 catches. Had 5 yesterday, the best of anyone. I'm telling you, like, we mentioned it yesterday, there's a role for Xavier Restrepo in the offense doing what Wan'Dale Robinson is being asked to do. That being said, we even already got a question on YouTube. Like, could he run with the starters in preseason? Probably not. Right now, he is firmly at best, third slot receiver?
Third. I'll say that situationally he can run with him. If Wandale's not in,
sure.
Situationally.
And right now, everybody's working with everybody.
Right.
You're seeing they're mixing and matching a ton of stuff that we're not going to get in the weeds on because it's just not worth it. And because I don't think we can say it anyway.
Mark me down at 7:39 on June 10th, 2026.
Okay.
You people who were the Xavier Restrepo's front runners, I apologize to you.
Really?
I do.
Oh, wow.
Callahan's offense, no dice. I didn't see it.
Why didn't that offense fit him?
Not enough movement for him. The role that you were going to ask him to do didn't have enough space and didn't have enough threats. I do think that's a part of it. I don't even involve Cam in it. I don't think the offense allowed this type of receiver to thrive in it. Think about the routes that they're running right now. We didn't see these types of movements, just the whole 4 to 5 yards sit down, get 5 yards, turn up field.
Right.
I don't think we saw that be a part of it. If it happened where Cam just dumped it off late, okay, cool. Like, wide receivers are running quicker routes. They're in motion. Like, this offense allows that.
And before, too, anybody comes at us and says, oh, that's just because Cam likes throwing to him and wants to help him. He caught 3 of his 5 passes from Mitchell Trubisky.
Listen.
2 of his 5 passes that he caught were from Cam Ward.
With what you thought that Mason Kinsey was, Restrepo can be for this team moving forward. I even said to somebody yesterday, like, will he make the 53-man roster? Xavier Restrepo? I don't know. I genuinely, because I think the pecking order of where Carnell, Calvin, Wandale, Ellick, and Chimray, that's 5. Those 5 are making it. The next 2 spots, potentially, KJ Osborne and Fight It Out is where I'm at. But I would say this. I view Restrepo and the improvement I've seen in working in his offense, that he may be a candidate that goes back to the Titans practice squad, but also get an active roster salary.
Sure.
That he can negotiate up if he continues on this pathway that he's on right now.
And that's the big thing. Like, for a player, and you know this better than anybody, a player who is undrafted.
Yes, that part.
He has to keep up at this pace, like, kind of every day.
You preaching.
Keep doing it.
No days off.
It doesn't move the needle much to have the most catches in open OTA practices in June if you then in August are struggling to find consistency. Like, this is the bar that he has to clear over and over and over and over and over. And here we go. Already got a comment on YouTube. We're still doing the Restrepo nonsense. Telling you, if you were at practice, I think you would have a different feeling on it being nonsense or being real. And what real is he probably makes the team. Like, at the highest point. He's a backup slot receiver as a third slot option on the 53, who's maybe still not even up for game day.
Right.
I'm just saying, I think it is interesting that he has shown the level of consistency that he has shown, and not just from Cam Ward. We got a question from YouTube, too. What have you seen in Tyron Montgomery? He's kind of buried at slot because Mason Kinsey is still there, too. And he's not giving up his role either, and he continues to make plays.
Kinsey's also, it seems to me, is making a focus on special teams, too.
He's a good practice player.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
And he does the dirty work. Tyron Montgomery shows you some incredible athleticism, like some of the warm-ups and the jumps and the explosiveness. Like, you can kind of see the vision on him.
Thank you.
You can see the vision on Tyron Montgomery on why he is getting a shot, and I don't want to belittle him and his NFL dream or opportunity,
because he's
but
fresh in this.
We also got to be real that he is buried at slot receiver. Hank Beatty, the former Illinois wide receiver, in the exact same position.
Good play yesterday.
Exact same position. It's going to be really hard for any of those guys to make the team.
And that's what I mean, too, about, like, when you ask me about this offense, I think the floor of talent has been raised up. Like, you mentioned Hank Beatty.
I mean, you go 3-14, the floor should be raised.
I agree with you there, too.
100%.
But as far as, like, Montgomery, not a lot, other than Will's, you summed it up perfect. You see the vision. You
see the vision and the athleticism
you do.
That he can just show on a practice field. It is still June 10th. A lot of ways to go.
Long way.
And unfortunately, there will be injuries and there will be different things that cause movement besides just what the play is on the field. So Stay ready, never have to get ready. 615-737-1045. There's a bit going on Twitter right now. In one person you need to be following. It's the German dude traveling over the United States for the World Cup. I don't know how much y'all have seen of this. It is absolutely electric. And we will take a tour of him taking a tour of the United States coming up next.
If you're looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle, head over to Low T Center. They are the #1 name in TRT. You can choose testosterone shots, pills, or many other options that they have. You can also pay with your insurance or out of pocket, and even have your treatment shipped directly to your door. And now Low T Center is offering new peptides, new treatments, and much, much, much more, like where you can boost your energy, libido, and have confidence for the results that you can feel. Synergex and Low T Center, they provide testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. When your hormones are imbalanced, you feel fatigue, you have a low sex drive, mood changes, and body changes also. Balancing your hormones mean living a better, healthier life. Testosterone is also not just for men. Testosterone is important for women as well. It can help boost your energy, confidence, your drive, and many benefits as well. And no, it will not turn you into a man. Doses for women are very careful, so they can help you meet your personal goals. I'm telling you now, you can just head over to the Low T Center. You can take the total testosterone test, and it takes about 20 minutes, and you get your results soon, man. You can do all of this by heading over to fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Ramon Will wrapping up hour number 2 this morning on 104.5 The Zone. Ramon Foster and Will Bowling. There is a bit on Twitter right now from a German man touring the United States for the World Cup. And Ramon, it is my favorite thing on the internet right now. So he's been making his way through Chattanooga area, Georgia. He posted a picture of Tennessee welcomes you, which, by the way, we're changing the Tennessee welcomes you signs.
Sure did.
In the state of Tennessee.
No longer the block. The block
that
blue.
last week.
What are we doing?
Sure did, man.
Why?
I'm with you. With you.
Boo. Anyway, sorry. I'm supposed to be positive and talking about cultures coming together right now, and we're not doing that. So this guy has gone to Chili's to watch the NBA Finals, which he posted about.
Love Chili's.
He said, not going to lie, riding the metro in Atlanta is a bit scary. If any of you guys are going to a game there, I'd recommend getting an Uber instead. So he's experienced MARTA. I believe he has had an all-star special at Waffle House. That's fantastic.
Welcome to America.
Absolutely fantastic. He tweeted a picture of the Holy Land, and it's a Taco Bell somewhere in rural America.
I can get with that one.
He said he went and saw the Stranger Things filming locations, and afterwards the Martin Luther King National Historical Park.
Respect.
Around Atlanta.
Respect.
Went to Stone Mountain. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just having a blast. Like, he's so excited. He's like, hey, guys, like, this is sick. Said, had our first Waffle House experience at 1 a.m., which there's no other time to go. Great food, great prices, friendly staff, 10 out of 10. We will be coming back. And he's got a picture of some hash browns with steak on top of them. There's not a waffle on the table here. There's no waffle on two. There's no dark waffle. So we need to help him order a little bit better, but that's okay. He did an alpine roller coaster in Helen. I'm guessing that's Georgia. Okay. He tubed the Chattahoochee. Went to Wendy's.
Okay.
He posted a picture of the Coke machine that gives you like all the options and said, how am I supposed to choose? This is overwhelming me. But then last night, the crown jewel of Freddie's experience, he went to Argentina, Iceland in Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. And he tweeted a video of the eagle flying around the field because they had the eagle fly before Argentina, Iceland last night and just said, there is an eagle flying around the stadium. He posted a video, panoramic video of Jordan-Hare saying, this is the craziest stadium I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot of ones. So there's a saying on the internet of the European mind could never comprehend this. He tweeted a picture and said, this is the European mind can't comprehend this moment of my life. One of my friends said, punch me 5 times tomorrow and I'll still think this isn't real. And it's a picture of Jordan-Hare Stadium at sundown with 2.4 million views as Messi and Argentina get ready to take the field in front of a pro-Argentina crowd. Just absolutely electric. Ramon, this is what the World Cup is all about.
I'm about to retweet
this is what it's all
right
about.
now.
It's great.
He's showing himself inside of Jordan-Hare. And he's got what the hell? Wow. That's all he's got.
He tweeted a picture of Buc-ee's and said, dude, LMAO, this is a gas station with 100,000 likes on it. Which honestly, fair. I've been there 20 times and I also have the same reaction when I walk there.
You see all the food. They're eating their food on top of the corn.
Sure.
Like,
absolutely.
They didn't even make it out of the restaurant.
Buc-ee's coming to Murfreesboro. I'm excited.
There is. How in the heck did they just pop up everywhere? They were nowhere, and now they're everywhere right now.
I don't know.
And the cool part is he's replying back to everybody.
Yeah, I know. I quote tweeted him, and I had a guy from who's a Preston North End fan from England. Just tweet laughing emoji says, looks class to be fair. Definitely looks class to be fair. Definitely need to experience this at some point, innit? He didn't say in it. I just say that after the end of every British sentence.
He went to Buc-ee's at 1 a.m.
One guy tried to clown me and say, a crumbling 80-year-old stadium smaller than Wembley and no one watching the football? Amazing atmosphere. Laugh emoji. Absolute scenes. Clown emoji. The thing they don't realize is this would be the equivalent of the second division.
Yeah.
In England. Like, this would be a second division stadium because college football is like the second division of the NFL. So the funny thing is, the kind of thing that's going on Twitter right now is all these British people and the British players like Harry Kane never won a Premier League trophy. Put your Premier League medal on the table, Harry. You can't. Sorry. That was my Arsenal showing. Harry Kane was complaining the other day about the quality of the field in Tampa.
Yeah.
and was complaining about the heat and the humidity. Big thing for England. If you're a betting person for this tournament, England very, very, very worried about the weather.
Because of humidity?
Like they are, the heat and humidity is apparently going to be a problem for England. Just a thing to monitor.
You want to take a guess at what the temperature is in England right now?
Yes, I love this.
Fahrenheit or Celsius? Fahrenheit. Probably 70.
I'm going to go 82.
61 and a light rain.
And that would be like
Feels like
a pretty
59.
warm day there.
Look like we're going to be living in England when we get done here.
Except you get ready for that every day in the spring.
I mean, they get...
and the fall.
Well, the way it's built up, we can just go to another country like it's nothing.
Oh, that is true.
That's the thing about him being in Georgia. That's like 5 countries for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's so... Apparently, he posted last night... He's going to drive from Auburn to Houston for Germany's first game in Houston.
I feel like we need to get him on our show.
Well,
I just followed him.
Okay. Like all of his tweets have like 2 million views. So you are literally 1 in a million.
I don't care.
Of who's following
I'm
him.
me.
Well, okay. I don't doubt you.
I don't care.
I doubt his ability to see you.
That's real.
Not if he's replying to everybody.
But anyway, what I was saying is the whole point. He's not replying to everybody though. He's replying to a lot of people, but there are millions of people replying to him. What I was saying is that English people are complaining. And then it's like these Germans, like, oh, this is the best place ever. I'm having so much fun. It's awesome.
It is.
It's awesome. And I like English soccer. I mean, I'm English football. I can't say English soccer. I like English football. And I'm a diehard Arsenal fan since I was in 6th grade for a bunch of reasons that I won't get into today. But yeah, English people grow up.
Yeah.
Germans are having so much fun. You're welcome here.
Him documented, though, is by far one of the coolest things I've seen.
Tomorrow, would you all be interested if I planned a World Cup guide comparing countries to college football teams and or NFL teams?
I'll listen to it.
I'm down.
I'll listen to it.
I'm gonna prepare a segment tomorrow. I'm gonna get my brother's help because Wes and I just talk about this all the time, like just the two of us. Of comparing soccer to things in America. Mm-hmm. We're at Titans Media. We were talking about it before practice. Some other people yesterday before practice started. So tomorrow I will prepare a segment. It will be unflinchingly rigid. You will not be able to argue. I will think this through far too much on comparing countries in the World Cup to American teams.
For sure. 2 comments before we go.
Okay.
Darius says, you can find the Japan team here in Nashville. They won Broadway last night.
Oh, were they?
I hope that's true.
They've been training at the Nashville SC training facility.
Well, there it is.
They had an open practice Monday at Geodis.
And then our YouTube degenerate, Duck, goes on and said, I ran into a German dude at Magic City on Sunday.
Oh, okay, great.
Duck, go home. Go home. Take some wings to go, okay? What is wrong with you?
Coming up, the Stanley Cup Final was electric last night. We will talk about it coming up next. Buying or selling your home is a big challenge. There's a lot of stress to it. And for Ben and his family, the decision to buy and sell at the same time could have felt overwhelming. But from the very first conversation with Bernie Gallerani Real Estate, they knew they were in good hands. What's up? It's Will Boulding. With Bernie, every question is handled with care. That was the case for Ben, including the ones they weren't quite sure how to ask. Never once did Ben and his family feel like any concern was too small to share. Throughout the entire process, Ben and his family felt truly represented with a team that advocated for their best interests at every turn. The guidance they received from Bernie Gallerani Real Estate was always rooted in a deep knowledge of the market, giving them the confidence to make every decision with clarity. From buying to selling, Bernie Gallerani Real Estate handled it all with the kind of expertise that only comes with years of experience. If you're looking for a team that listens, advocates for you, and brings the market knowledge to back it up, call Bernie Gallerani Real Estate today, because when the right team is in your corner, every step of the process feels exactly the way it should. 615-428-2644. Bernie Gallerani guarantees to sell your home in 30 days or less, or he'll buy it. Get that guarantee by calling him at 615-428-2644 or heading online to BernieGallerani.com. Credit card interest rates are now up over 29%, and most folks are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. What's up? It's Will Boulding. Here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit cards, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. And here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at near 3-year lows, so act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. That's Loan Pronto with 2,800 five-star Google reviews. Call 615-499-5780 or visit loanpronto.com, 615-499-5780 or online at loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
.804, good morning. Live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Another thriller last night in the Stanley Cup Final as the Carolina Hurricanes strike back, taking Game 4 in Vegas 5-3, tying the series up at 2 games apiece. Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal broke the 3-3 tie 6.5 minutes into the third period to score his second of the game and the Stanley Cup Final leading 5th goal of the series. Now the series will shift back to Carolina for Game 5 Thursday night. Coming up tonight, the NBA Finals continues with Game 4 in New York The Knicks lead the series against the San Antonio Spurs 2-1. The Knicks looking to bounce back after Game 3's loss on Monday, which ended a 13-game win streak for the Knicks. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30 on ABC at Madison Square Garden. The Titans, they were back on the practice field yesterday for OTAs. Rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate was not seen on the practice field during the open portion of practice viewed by the media. The Titans are set to hold another open practice on Thursday, where head coach Robert Saleh will speak to the media ahead of practice. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Away we go to the second half of your Wednesday morning edition on Ramon and Will. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling, at Ramon Foster, at Will_Bowling, at Ramon and Will, where you get the show on Twitter. And yeah, we're hanging on to the whole Twitter thing. We have not called it X very much on this show, but that's okay. Rhett Bryan will be here at 9 o'clock.
He's here now.
He's here right now saying hello.
I almost threw my shoe at you like George Bush.
That has happened in this radio station when Ben Jarvis Green Schaefer did that to Buck Rising once.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Ben Jarvis Green Schaefer.
That's a good name right there. I like that name.
For some reason, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis popped into my head.
Mr. Keynote Speaker himself at graduations
that's right.
now, man.
Which I saw he may or may not have broken the microphone as he was giving his keynote address.
So appropriate.
I have to ask him about that this weekend.
What did we expect?
The heck, man?
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did we expect? It's Schaefer. Exactly. He's going to break a mic. What is this appointment I'm getting right now? Shafter.
Yeah. Ben Jarvis Green Schaefer. That one's gonna stick, isn't it? I like
for
that
sure.
one.
It is. I like that one for him. Ben Jarvis Green Shafter. What's wrong with you? We got to do a show, man.
We got a tied series in the Stanley Cup final as the Carolina Hurricanes last night beat the Las Vegas Golden Knights 5-3. Justin, you called it. Got your even series heading into Game 5.
I sure did. Yeah, it just seems the way that the series is going, it's so back and forth. A lot of offensive firepower. And not only do we have a tied series, but also, guys, we have a goalie problem.
What you mean?
Okay.
Both goalies have not been good in the Stanley Cup final. Carter Hart for Vegas, first time in Stanley Cup final history, has given up 4 goals against in 4 consecutive games to start the final.
Ooh.
Never happened before. Frederik Andersen was replaced in Game 3.
Yep.
And the backup, not much better. Nobody has greater than an .860 save percentage in this final.
Goodness.
It has not been good in the crease, but the offense.
What's the crease?
The crease is where the goalie.
Oh,
it's the goal.
okay.
Yeah, it's just so you have the little bit of blue ice that's like the goalie's crease or whatever, and then you have the goal. Yeah.
Teach me then, Justin. Teach me. It was a high-scoring matchup, though.
They all had
wasn't it?
Teach me, Justin.
Teach me to hockey.
Teach me, Justin. Teach me hockey. That's a way better one. Listen to the new Drake album if you don't understand it.
It's growing on me. I like it, but we're not here to talk Drake right now. What else did you get from the hockey matchup last night, Hawk? Like, who's going to win it? Where you at?
After watching last night, this is Carolina's series.
Carolina.
They have so now it's turned into a best of 3. Carolina now has 2 home games versus Vegas's 1. I'm going to put it to you this way: Vegas is a second period fiend. They're leading the series 9 goals to 1 just in the second period.
Okay.
But on the third period side, that's Carolina's game. 10-3 is their advantage.
Okay.
If you want to look at home ice advantage, Carolina leads here in the last 28 games, 23-4-1. Now, of course, that includes towards the end of the regular season, but in the playoffs, they're 7-2 at home. Vegas on the road, 7-3 on the road in the playoffs, so they're playing very well.
Playoffs.
But the last 28 games, if you want to compare that size, they're 14-12-2. What is wrong with you? I thought you wanted to learn.
You asked Justin to teach you hockey, and then you just start interrupting him as he tries to do it. Now that song is going to be in your head the rest of the day. Isn't it?
It is.
You're welcome.
But no, that's awesome. Who's going to end up being the MVP of this thing? Is it the goalie? Like, does it slant more towards the goalies?
No, well, it's not
You
now.
just said the goalies have been awful.
Yeah, the goalies have not been. It's going to be Captain Jordan Staal.
Active listening, Ramon.
I am.
just giving you a hard time.
The goalies combined have less than a 900 save percentage, which means they're giving up an average of 3 to 4 goals a game on 20 to 24 or 5 shots. Not very good at hockey, but for Carolina, if Carolina does win the Stanley Cup final, it'll be Captain Jordan Stahl, who's got an Stanley Cup leading 5 goals in the series.
Okay.
He had 2 last night, one of which was the game winner in the third period, diving on his stomach, shooting. And, oh, my goodness.
It was crazy.
What an impactful goal that was.
It was crazy.
Yeah, Carolina's probably going to win this series just because what I saw last night was how deceptive they are in the middle of the ice and in their defensive zone.
Okay.
They just don't give up much.
Okay.
And when they do, it's
more goaltender focused than it is
exactly
defensively.
Yeah. Both teams are really stacked. They just play so fast and physical.
Sure.
What Carolina does to kind of deviate from, I guess, here's how the two teams differ.
Yep.
Vegas will play their top 2 lines a lot more than what Carolina does. Carolina likes to shift, and they don't want the time to stop on the in the game.
Okay.
What you mean? They don't want the time to stop, don't it?
Like there was a period after
there's a timeout, like an out of bounds.
I'll just put it to you this way: Jordan Stahl scored 6.5 minutes into the third period. There was not another time stoppage in the game for another 6.5 minutes.
Okay, all right.
That's Carolina's game because what they do is they'll go against that by rotating their lines every 20 to 30
I was
seconds.
going to say line shifts happen in that moment, though.
Yeah.
Yep, and they try to do it very quickly to keep their team fresh.
Fast-paced game.
Yeah. For Vegas, they're kind of like, okay, well, we're down. We're going to keep our guys on the ice to try to score, and they get a little bit more tired.
So it's like a Kim Caldwell style of ball for hockey.
Yeah. Fair way to put it.
All right. Look at me tied together then.
Let's go Canes.
Let's go Canes.
That's right.
Let's go get them. Let's go. Why am I scattered? Right? I wasn't early.
Okay.
I was focused early. I don't know what happened.
I think it's an exciting week, exciting month.
It is.
We got Bonnaroo Band Names, Real or Fake, coming up at 9:20. That's not the biggest reason why it's an exciting month, but it is a fun day. It feels a little bit like a Thursday to me because
you off on Friday.
My last day as a non-married radio host is tomorrow.
Are y'all gonna jump the broom? Like y'all gonna have
jump the broom?
Jump the broom? Yeah, that's the old school ways of doing stuff. It's a lot of history
I'm not
behind
familiar
it,
with
how
jumping
you
the broom.
Teach me to jump the broom.
Jump the broom. Yeah, it's an old school way of doing stuff.
I've
There's
never
a lot
heard
of
of
history
that.
behind that. Yeah, you can go jump the broom.
I'm learning there are so many traditions that come with getting married.
It
like
is.
burying the bourbon bottle.
What?
Yeah.
Never even heard of this.
See, there you go.
There it is.
Let me get the exact.
I would have thought jumping the broom was huge, just the same way they jumped the hockey puck last night, right, Hop?
Burying a.
Not at all.
This is from Google AI.
You're close.
From Google AI, burying a bottle of bourbon before your wedding is a popular Southern folklore tradition meant to ward off rain and guarantee beautiful sunny weather on your big day.
Bury the bottle.
So you're supposed to do it at your wedding venue a month before your wedding. And it must be an unopened full bottle of bourbon, not just any whiskey. It has to be placed upside down to ensure the magic works. God forbid I place it right side up. Bury it as close as possible to the exact location where you will be reciting your vows. If you've done this, I want to hear from you. At Ramon Will on Twitter. Did you bury a bottle of bourbon? I guarantee you somebody listening to us right now is like, yup.
For my wedding, I would have had to go to the beach a month before.
Yeah,
that'd be easier than like getting a shovel. And then Nate Bargatze's got the bit about like, there's nothing harder than burying a dead body.
Nate, what the hell?
Because his thing is, he was like, we did a pool.
Oh, we got a call.
I think at his parents' house. He's like, we were putting a pool in. You got to like dig a hole. He's like, people really underestimate how hard it is to dig a hole.
No, people die.
It's like if you were, I now understand why. Like as you bury a dead body, like I'll just put a leaf over his hand. We can't get him all the way in there. It's great.
This is wild.
I think that's Nate, right? Who has that? Yeah. Digging a hole. Nate Bargatze, 3 years ago. It's from a bit he did 3 years ago. It's so funny.
That's hilarious, man.
Gator Mike has called in. Hello, Mike.
What up, Mike?
What's going on, fellas? It's always great to talk to y'all. Will, I'm getting so excited for you, and I like the marriage coach calling in yesterday.
Thank you.
But Ramon, the main question is, did we get the golf simulator for the wedding reception?
Man, we kind of lost the lead on that one, man. We lost it on that one. I would have if we'd have found the car to get it done, I would have done it.
Yeah, we should have started a GoFundMe for Will's golf simulator. That's what we should have done.
It would have just funded
Will,
other stuff because we still we would have just taken the money and run even if we did that.
That's
right.
true. It could be spent other places.
Will, I'm excited for you, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time before you have a busy fall, and always glad to talk to you fellas, okay?
Thank
Nice,
you, Mike. We
nice,
appreciate you,
Mike.
sir. Good to talk to you.
Take care, fellas.
Gator
Bury
Mike.
the bottle. I had a different thought in mind when you talk about that one, but listen, this is a PG show, and we're going to keep it very much family oriented on this one.
Somebody on Twitter's or on YouTube says, "Who has ever found a full bottle of bourbon on a beach?"
This is true.
Sure,
Burying a body. That's insane to me. Nate Bargatze.
it's a great bit. It's a really good. If you haven't heard it, anything Nate is terrific, and what we love. I'm as pro Nate Bargatze as get. I've seen every single thing he's said on a special ever. I love him. He's my absolute favorite. Absolute favorite. Coming up, Jason Swain joins us. We'll get his thoughts on the latest rumblings at a camp in Knoxville, the quarterback situation where Tennessee sits in power rankings at number 8 that we talked about earlier this morning, and maybe another athlete's perspective, Ramon, on what we talked about earlier on collective bargaining and how you parse through all of the problems facing college football teams like the Vols all around the country. Jason Swain, one of our favorites, joins us next.
When you start noticing cracks in the walls, uneven floors, or driveways sinking and separating, it's more than a home issue. It's a peace of mind issue, y'all. That's why who you choose for foundation repair and concrete leveling, it really matters. I trust, personally, United Structural Systems because they've been doing this right since 1994, right here in Tennessee. USS doesn't believe in the quick fixes or scare tactics. They take the time to inspect, explain what's happening, and walk you through real proven solutions that are built to last. Whether your home needs foundation stabilization, crawl space repair, or concrete leveling for sinking sidewalks, patios, and driveways, USS uses engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not just temporary patches at all. What really stands out to me is their commitment to integrity. If you don't need a repair, they'll tell you that. And if you do, you'll know exactly why before any work begins on your home or the project that are slated to work on. USS right now is introducing 24 months, no interest financing options. Good now through the end of the month. Yes, through the end of June, you can reach out to them. You can learn more or schedule right now your inspection by heading over to USSTN.com. That's USSTN.com. And make sure you tell them that Ramon sent you.
Ramon Will rolls on in hour number 3 of this beautiful Wednesday. With Vol for Life, Ramon Foster, I'm Will Bowling, adding another VFL to the mix as we are pleased to be joined by former Tennessee wide receiver and sports animal host in Knoxville, among many different hats that he wears. Jason Swain, kind enough to join us this morning. Swain, how we doing? Good morning.
Swizzy.
What is up, fellas?
You're understanding the energy we got this morning. That's been perfect start. How we doing?
Light work, my
I'm
brother.
great, man. I feel the energy through the phone, man.
Absolutely. Always.
We've been in here jamming on this Janice STFU song by Drake, man, and it's catchy, Swain. The album didn't hit me the first time. Second time around, I'm like, okay, he got another one. I'm not sure if you listened to it just yet, though.
Yeah. I'm not a big Drake guy, but I'll bob to any type of beat, man.
That's what it was.
Kid, you listen to the beat before you listen to the words.
I got a whooping because of that.
Yeah, man. So I'll listen to any song that got a good beat.
Will's up here like, what? It's like, yeah, I was probably listening to the Chronic.
Well, we were talking yesterday, Swain, at Titans practice, too, of just the music they play at football practices. And I just remember going back to Jeremy Pruitt going, well, we're not going to play music because do they play music during the games? And then now they really do play music during the games on third down. So
They do.
There actually is a reason to play music at practice.
How far we've come.
They do. It's hard to even think about, like, Ramon and I, when we played, Coach Fulmer, we didn't play music in practice. I mean, there's a time and place for music, right? But I think during instruction, I mean, how do you focus when you got a couple guys who are ADHD and have trouble paying attention? I mean, wouldn't you want the music to be down a little bit so guys can know their assignment and not blow it during the games? But
Fair.
I do think there's a time and place for music for sure, because, man, nothing gets the energy going, nothing gets the juices pumping, man, like some good music, man. It is food for the soul sometimes.
I like
It really is, man. They say it's a science behind it. Was it you, Will, that told me about why music is played at practices? It's because
I don't know.
The rhythm.
We say a lot of stuff.
The same way that you bounce your feet and move around, it keeps the tempo up in practice so that you can always move to the beat type of situation.
Sure.
It's just like when you lift and swing, I can't go right now. I got to wait for the drop to happen.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it does, and coaches have kind of discovered that Fulmer was absolutely not going to allow any music out there. Johnny Long barely allowed it.
Well, I mean, Johnny allowed us to play it in the weight room. I don't think anyone ever asked Coach Fulmer to do it in practice. I think if someone would have asked him and presented why it's important to do it, I think he would have been open to doing it. I mean, guys came to him and wanted black socks. I mean, he did that in 2005, and that's not the reason why we lost. But when we went to him and asked him, hey, they did it. 2002, I wasn't there yet, but they did go to him and ask for the orange stripe along the pants, which was absolutely hideous, by the way. But Coach Fulmer, he listened to the players. So I don't think anyone went to him and asked him if they could have the music. I think he would have said yeah.
Oh, you got a whole lot more faith than I do. Because when I was making CDs to play in the weight room from time to time and had so much cussing in it, I was just like, oh, I don't know about that. But you got more faith than I do, Swain. It may be because I was scarred early when he just told me to take off running and practice and then give me a stop time. So it's probably that too. Fair enough.
Yeah, he tough on those linemen, man. He was tough on y'all.
Y'all just sat back.
You wish you could see the look on his face right now, Ramon's face right now, Swain.
Ramon's still bitter.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay, bro.
Listen,
it's good content.
When he walks inside of your meeting room and just sit at the front and just
say nothing.
Or chastise you because he's in a mood. Oh my God, he ain't go to nobody else's room but the O-line room.
That is not true. That is not true. He was in our room once. Listen, when your group plays like trash, Coach Fulmer is coming to your meeting room the next week. And I'll tell you, one day. Sorry, Coach, I got to tell the story.
Go ahead, Swizzy.
I love it.
But one day, Coach Fulmer was in the back of our room, and you know how it gets, Ramon, man. The lights off, man. It's middle of the day. You just had lunch. Ooh, the itis started to kick in a little bit. But Coach Fulmer closed his eyes a little bit, and only Meacham could do this. Robert Meacham can do this. Robert Meacham yelled, "Wake up, Coach!" loud as he possibly could. And you know how it is when you get like kind of awaken out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So Coach jumped up a little bit, and everyone was laughing. Yeah. And Coach couldn't get mad because he didn't know who said it, but it was Robert Beach. And I'm switching on Meacham, and I'm telling the story about Coach Foreman sleeping in the meetings during our individuals. But it was one of the most hilarious things ever, man. It was funny.
That's fantastic.
He had a good one in our meetings, man, and he was on Albert Tawina bad.
Oh.
Albert, I think, just got rolled over in Florida. And he comes in, and Coach Foreman, he's got that red look on his face at this point in time. You know, when them lips pucker up a little bit and them ears get red around the edges. And he told Albert, he said, look at you. Look at this. We can't even move right here. You're stiffer than a wetting board. And he didn't use wetting board, okay? It was the other unit. And I was just like, oh, my Lord, I've never heard of that. He called that man stiffer and told him he was higher than a giraffe butt. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
It was more vulgar than that, if you can pick up what I'm saying. And, man, that was a day. Ooh.
That was risky by Coach Foreman, man, because you don't talk to Albert Twina like that unless you got permission.
Oh, he was pacing. Trust me. Albert was hot. He was so mad. If you remember Albert, he was mad.
I love it.
Oh, my Lord.
Jason Swain with us here on Ramon and Will. Swain, for this offense, it feels so interesting, the conversation at quarterback, because Josh Heupel's got such a proof of concept on plug and play, new quarterback, same offense, same level of success, and just making it work, right? What is your confidence level for whoever the quarterback is, between Faison Brandon or George McIntyre, considering the experience on the O-line, the experience in maybe one of the best receiving cores of the SEC that you have coming back, and the run game that you can lean on this year? Where are you at on a confidence level, or just overall nervousness level, maybe I should say, on the quarterback position for Tennessee in 2026?
I mean, I'm not nervous at all. I mean, I think if you want to see what a person is going to do in the present and in the future, you look at what they've done in the past. And for Josh Heupel, every quarterback that he's had, he's made them better. I mean, he's taken a young guy, even his days at Central Florida, he's taken a young guy in Dylan Gabriel, and they went out and won every game except for 3, and those 3 losses combined for, 7 points. And you look at Dylan Gabriel and the career he had in the college game and what he's doing at the NFL level. I mean, he's a professional quarterback. So each quarterback has a different skill set. Each quarterback can do different things. Mentally, they're all different. And so Heupel has done a really good job of taking the strengths of that player and playing to that player's strength. We've seen it with Hendon Hooker. We saw it with Joe Milton. We saw it with Joey Aguilar. We saw it with Nico Iamaleava. And this is the first time the Heupel's going to have a young quarterback behind the center, but he's still going to put him in a position to be successful because he's done that every year he's been here at Tennessee. That doesn't mean the offense has been the number one offense in the country, but you can just see how he's put quarterbacks in positions to be successful.
Swain, I've talked to Ramon about this a lot because both you guys on the teams you were on went through a lot of quarterback battles. And whether it was Eric Ainge and Brent Schaefer, whether it was Rick Clausen, like the different quarterback competitions and rotations that you guys had on teams that you played on, and some teams that won a lot of football games as well. This time of year, Swain, what is that like for a wide receiver trying to gain confidence and chemistry with both guys, where I imagine you've got parts of the locker room that want the guy they came in their recruiting class with. Then you've got other parts that want their guy. Then people that are kind of split between both. How difficult is it to create that chemistry as a wide receiver with 2 quarterbacks at once?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. I mean, it's just extra work. I mean, you got to suck up to multiple quarterbacks to see if they can throw you the football. But that's the thing you had to do. I found myself throwing a lot with Ainge and Clausen because I felt like they were going to be the quarterbacks. As much as I, was impressed with Brent Schaefer's ability to run the football and his athleticism, I just didn't think that he would be, the quarterback for Tennessee. And so I just tried to find myself working during the summer with the guys who I felt was going to throw the football. And plus, man, I didn't come to Tennessee to block. I didn't come to Tennessee to block for a running quarterback. I came to catch passes. So I was rooting for Ainge and Clausen and C.J. Leak the whole time anyways. No offense to Schaefer. Nice kid, good guy, but I'm sorry, man. I didn't come to Tennessee to block. So, but yeah, it's just more work with more guys. Because usually when you have the number one guy, the number one quarterback, knows who his number one receivers are, and they always work together. When there's a quarterback competition, you have two quarterbacks working with the first team, and you're basically splitting reps.
We're joined by Jason Swain this morning, VFL. Swain, when you look at this conversation that's kind of died off a little bit, man, with Chaz Coleman, man, I know you guys have talked about it with the news that have come out of Knoxville. How do you kind of mend this? Is it mendable to you? And as a guy that's kind of dealt with either James Banks or other guys that's had issues around the university, what's the best case to attack this in this era?
Move on. That's the best way to attack this, Ramon. I mean, let's keep it a buck here, man. It is June. If you ain't doing everything that everybody else is doing, like, how can I trust you at this point? If I can't trust you now, how can I trust you on third down versus Georgia, third down versus Alabama, third down, in the SEC championship game? How can I trust you? Football is about trust, man. It's the ultimate team game. I'm doing my job because I was told and I have belief that you're going to do your job to not get me hurt or blown up or allow me to miss my assignment that causes us to lose. So, Tennessee has done everything in their power to support this young man. And I'm proud to be a VFL that says my program is going to help, individuals that, come in and they have different things going on. This is the reason why you have a support staff. These are young men who are still growing and developing emotionally, physically, and sometimes they have stuff, and you give them that support. But there's a time when you got to be available to play, and you got to be available to train and work out. You got to fall in line. This is the time of the year, Ramon.
Right.
This is the start of football season. As a football player in college, June, July are the most important 2 months of the off season to build chemistry, to build toughness, to identify leaders. And now it's go time for fall camp. And if I can't trust you now, I can't trust you during the fall. So I hate to be blunt here, but you move on. It's time to move on because you had a distraction last year, Blue Carter. You had a distraction with Iko Maliawa. You had a little distraction with James Pierce. You don't have time for that. With a young quarterback, it'd be one thing if you had a strong-willed, strong head at the quarterback position, great leader that can handle this stuff. But you got a freshman quarterback playing. You can't deal with this stuff right now. Everyone has to be on the same page.
They do. Absolutely. Speaking of being on the same page, man, I'm glad that one of those pages turned on us, and that's Brendan Sorsby. Can you imagine that scandal? Can you imagine
5 years ago it would have been us, Swain.
Yeah. Heck, this all season could have been us. With that being said, Swain, what's your personal gripe or solution, man, to the conversation of CBA for college sports and just the entire world of it right now from your perspective? I do think you would have been one of those money guys, Swain, had it been the case. I think the situation now that if it is a CBA, some of that money might get dropped because the way I looked at the old CBA in the NFL where guys were getting $72 million just by getting drafted, and then Cam Newton comes in and I think he only gets 23 guaranteed as the number one overall pick. Do you think players will be okay with that? Do you think that's the biggest hurdle or just it's not possible in your opinion?
What do you mean I will be a money guy?
Swain, you are a 5-star.
What do you mean?
You are a money guy, allegedly.
What do you mean by
because of all the J's that you had back then. Come on, stop. I know you weren't working. That's what I'll just say. You weren't working.
All right, fair point. Okay, so
don't be humble with us. Now, talk your stuff. Don't be humble on this station.
Fair point. That's why your name was on the show. I get it. I think each and every day, Danny White continues to look right when he was really the first one publicly to say it's time to look at doing a collective bargaining agreement. He said it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth rolling your sleeves up and getting this done because you can't have a player betting on games over $90,000 that he's bet on his own team and he's able to play. I can't be your teammate, man. I imagine Sorsby coming to the sideline after throwing an interception. You know what kind of look I'm going to give him? Like, really, Brendan? Was this part of your parlay? Like, I don't know if the fumble was real, if it was staged, if it was, if something you did intentionally. I can't trust you, man. You're betting on your own team. Like, it's one thing to have these players getting paid under the table, over the table. It's one thing to have the transfer portal and, coaches tampering. I get it. There's no rules, it feels like. But there's a line you just don't cross. It's like when you slap boxing, okay, with your friends, right? Like, it's all good when you slapping your friend's arm and your shoulder or whatever. But it gets serious the moment he does what, Ramon?
Hit me in the face.
When you hit me in my face,
yep,
it's on. Like, that's the line you cannot cross. And I think that's where we are right here. This dude bet on his own games, man. And Texas Tech has gotten this guy eligible. I cannot believe it, man. I cannot believe it. We talk about it every day too, and it's a situation where I have to pitch myself. I can't believe we are allowing this. It is time to do something that we've never done before, because I think we've crossed that line, guys.
I agree.
That's so real.
Swain, real quick on the way out, I know you guys talk with the VolQuest guys that have Austin Price on your show, Josh and Swain as well, and we got the intel on David Gabriel George's visit the other day. How many carries could DGG get for Tennessee this year if, as a senior in high school, instead of playing for Baylor, he played for the Vols? Because people here are telling me to calm down on how much I'm hyping this guy up, and I need somebody who played and has also seen this guy, because Ramon has backed me up on this too. I need more backup on how legit this guy is.
First of all, we have Austin on our show on Wednesdays, and I think he tells you guys more stuff than he tells us. I think he gives y'all the goods, man. He don't give us the goods. I think
he was scorching yesterday.
He was good yesterday.
He holds back. He holds back a little bit on our show. But man, I was part of the recruiting weekend this past weekend on Friday night. Former players, current players, and recruits were all together with the recruits family in the same room, dinner, and I stood next to the young man, and I was staring at him, and it was kind of weird. I'm glad he didn't see me staring at him, but like, he is different. He looks like a creative player. So you asked me how many carries would he get this year? I mean, I would give him 50% of the carries. No offense to anyone else. Mm-hmm. I would say, hey, man, one or two. Let's go. You and Deshaun Bishop, y'all go take this thing. I mean, he is that ready to go physically. He's mature. He is well beyond his years. I think that's why Tennessee has put out a very aggressive offer for him. And Tennessee's in a really good spot because they understand how special this young man is. If you go turn on the film, you just know. There are a lot of guys who are hyped up that are 5 stars. This is not one of them, folks. This is the real deal.
Absolutely right. Awesome. I mean, he's the closest thing to Derrick Henry at Yulee High School in Jacksonville that I think the state of Tennessee has ever seen in terms of just physically ready. Like, he looks correct like Derrick Henry, and it's not just because of his stature and build, Swain, but like, I was there at that D2 AAA state title game in Chattanooga last year, and playing against some really good players, including a linebacker and Kenny Simon that I was committed to Alabama. Tennessee'd love to get flipped too. Like, he doesn't look out of place when you compare him to some college football players that are playing right now. For sure.
Parents who play against Baylor this year, if you don't want your kid to play against DGG and tackle DGG, I'm here to tell you, I'm not judging you. I understand. I would not want my kid to go up against that grown man. I get it.
You're not wrong.
I get it.
Not wrong at all.
Man. He's special.
Hey, go talk to your former teammate and get his son at UT.
Hey, Ramon, I got you.
All right,
I got you. You know, I ain't gonna let that dude go to Alabama, man. He ain't playing that.
Jason Swain, our guest. Great stuff on past and current Vols. Swain, always love catching up with you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it,
Swizzy.
Yep. Appreciate y'all.
Jason Swain with us here, our very good friend out of Knoxville, VFL.
I like Swain because he give it to you raw like that, man. He talk like a player still, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Good stuff. He said, I'm not going to let him go to Knoxville. Or not going to let him go to Alabama. I love it. Coming up, open for your phone call, 615-737-1045 as we wrap up hour 3 next.
It's Ramon Foster for Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, man. Nobody likes to deal with the plumbing and HVAC or electrical emergency. Most of the time, you don't know what it will cost you or if it'll get fixed right, or if somebody's trying to sell you something you do not need, man. When you call Hiller, the experts are going to solve your problems quickly, and the price you tell is the price that you will actually pay. There are no hidden fees or surprises on your bill at all when you get it. Hiller's been in business for over 35 years and are family-owned and operated, so you know they care. They care about you. They care about the work that they do. Their techs are usually the ladies and gentlemen that'll come to your house, man. They're super professional, experienced, and trustworthy, and they're all background and drug screened as well. When they're on their way, you'll receive a photo of the tech that's coming to your house and a link to track them in real time, so you're not sitting around wasting your time. You can go do your task. When you get the text, it'll give you the link, and you'll see where they are on the map. I've used Hiller numerous times for different issues, and they've checked the box every single time. They believe in this. Happy you'll be, or the service is free. That's 100% satisfaction every single time. You can learn more about Hiller. Book with them at happyhiller.com.
Wrap it up hour 3 on Ramon and Will. Rhett Bryan on deck in 10 minutes. We'll talk more about Titans OTAs with him. And in 30 minutes, the return of Bonnaroo band names, real or fake. Where Rhett Bryan will give us the name of a musical guest, as we joke about it a lot. And we will have to guess if they were, we'll have to guess if they are on the Bonnaroo lineup this weekend or if they're a fake band that Rhett Bryan has made up. Tonight at 7:30 on ABC, Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the New York Knicks and San Antonio Spurs. Ramon, who is under more pressure tonight in Game 4? The Knicks trying to win one of their 2 home games, or the Spurs trying to avoid a 3-1 deficit?
No question, the Knicks 3-1 has been done before. Milwaukee did that one. So, they can still extend this.
Golden State blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, well, it's also that, too. Was that LeBron James?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
It's the Knicks. It's you can't, the winning streak that had been on in the postseason, that playing a part in it. You take your first loss. How do you bounce back? This is their first loss they had since, you said, the NFL draft.
The first night of the NFL draft, their first home defeat.
That's their first home defeat.
Mm-hmm.
2 in a row, it becomes problematic. You start to question the coaching. You start to question yourself. Why did you get hot? How did they figure you out? Those questions come to the top of the mind in those type of scenarios right there. They got their fan bases. They got their fan base in New York paying $1 million per seat. They say that's the valuation of it courtside. So
you say $1 million? What?
Million. I saw an article that
Who's paying $1 million?
Stated the real estate of sitting in those seats is worth $1 million in New York, in the Garden. Yes, I think it's Front Office Sports put that out there.
Oh,
yeah. So Timothy Chalamet is not sitting there just for craps and gigs. It's the way it's the valuation of the tickets.
I think Dune made him a lot of money.
Now again. Some are probably paying that. The big stars aren't. The issue is
$1 million.
They have a star-studded level of expectation right now. It's been 53 years since they've been in this position before. Right. It's the Mecca. They've checked every box and they jumped out 2-0. It's all the pressure, in my opinion, is on New York. Yeah, Will mouth has dropped over there.
I can't, but $1 million. What do you
mean? The valuation of it is
ridiculous. Right, yes. I almost got the fellas going in the group text on this the other day, but I'll bring it to air first. If you were a Knicks season ticket holder,
don't do this,
and you had the ability to get your tickets at cost, at face value, for games 3 and 4 of the NBA Finals. Let's say you're a lifelong Knicks fan, the age we all currently are. You selling to pay for rent for 2 months, or are you going?
I'm going to one, selling the other.
I think that's what I would do as well.
I gotta split it.
Yeah.
Which one you going to?
The first one. I would have went to the last one.
I would go to game 4 because if it was 2-0 coming back home, then I would want to see them potentially sweep and lift the trophy. That's worth more to me than being at the first one.
I wouldn't have
missed the first one since 1999.
Right. Yeah. But I'd rather be at the one where they lift the trophy because they can't lift the trophy in game 3. And obviously then they lost, and so now they can't in game 4 either. Because that's the risk you would have taken, right?
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have missed that homecoming. Yeah. Coming home 2-0.
That's my thoughts.
I'd have given this one up because I'd have definitely, I'd be in a different space. They were doing street interviews on people.
Oh, yeah.
And the street interviews was asking folks, how much did you pay? One guy said he paid $320,000, but I didn't pay for him. It was 2 tickets. What? He was like, I didn't pay for him. His dad did. I was like, God. What? $320. Go ahead, figure it out. Breathe.
$320,000.
Breathe, Will.
What?
Then they're asking these people what they do. One dude's like, Google me. I'm like, shut up. Tell us what you do already. You're already on camera. We could biometrics you right now, but
no. Talking about?
2 tickets, Will, $320,000. Like, I get there's a lot of money in humble Hendersonville, so I can imagine what New York is with the people that are clamoring for this. And that was one of those guys' contingencies. He was just like, I've waited my whole life for this moment where it actually feels real. So
right.
Pressure's definitely on New York.
Front Office Sports did a piece about it saying Knicks fans are turning down $25,000 to keep NBA Finals tickets. Tickets for games are worth thousands of dollars. Season ticket holders are struggling to part with their seats despite a guaranteed windfall. A 17-year-old Knicks season ticket holder with her husband. Not 17-year-old. I was about to say. 17-year Knicks season ticket holder. Says every night we're like, we could buy a home. I know we should sell. We're probably stupid for not selling, but we just can't. They live on Long Island and are like, I can't do it.
So I found the article too.
Hit me.
Knicks say $1 million was winning auction bid for 2 celebrity road tickets.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good night, man.
Yeah.
I do love that Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller watch the games together.
It's so
Like
many celebrities.
they're real ones. And there are plenty other ones, too, that I'm not naming. And what's the guy? Fat Joe?
Fat Joe's
He's
there.
been around. He's a real one.
Fabulous has been around. Spike has been around.
But like now you got a bunch of people just kind of jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
Jay-Z's
Tracy
there.
Morgan has been stuck there.
Like DJ Khaled, you're a Heat fan, man. Like get off your phone.
Get your ass up out of here. That's what I would have told him. I'm glad it wasn't just me that saw him be on his phone like that.
Right.
I'm like, brother, leave.
Another one.
Yeah. I hate the bandwagon fan. Don't start showing up. Like, show up at least mid-season. And then, it wouldn't be a problem if Khaled was actually rooting the DJ, the rapper, the hip-hop artist. No, he's not an artist. He's a facilitator. It wouldn't be a problem if he was watching the games. Like, they're running up and down the court, and my wife was like, why would you look at him? I was like, I couldn't help but look at him. Like, he's the only one in the world of this digital age of phones on his phone while action is going up and down the court.
Right.
That's the problem. Like, we all get on our phones and breaks like, let me check this real quick. His head stayed down, and oh my God, this is too much of a big moment for him to just because you got bread, you're doing this. Like don't inflate this.
This is just an event for him to be seen at, and for many people wearing orange and blue in the arena, it's literally life or death.
He got the bed. He got the bread to do it. He's got the popularity to do it. They had Juan Soto on on the street video too. It was like, how much do you pay for the tickets?
Were good players not available?
You know what he says? To ask the Knicks how much I pay for it.
Were the Yankees not available, so they've settled for Mets players?
Listen, man, it's just kind of how
Dang, I didn't mean to give a compliment to the Yankees. Shoot.
You did.
Guilty by association. Would you rather be on your phone or asleep?
I will
Donald
say
Trump
this.
was caught being asleep.
He was, which is insane to me.
That's wild.
But
So
I will say this in the world of excess that we live in, where people in streaming just $300,000 a month and all these private equity folks, like, don't ruin it for the people that actually care about what you're going to. Right. Like DJ Khaled's inflated the prices for years ago, and he said on his damn phone.
Rhett Bryan joins us coming up next. We'll shift the conversation back toward the Titans, and then after that, Bonnaroo Band's Real or Fake, one of our favorite segments of the year, coming up.
Genesis Diamonds takes financing rates all the way down to zero. Right now, only at Genesis, you can pay nothing down and get zero interest for 5 full years on any purchase. A handcrafted Sakura ring with GI certified diamonds is only about $100 a month. Wedding bands, colored bands, fashion necklaces, just $40 a month. No big deal. Pick any item, pay zero down, and spread your payments over 5 years, even include the sales tax. How about that amazing $3,000 pair of diamond stud earrings? Just $50, okay, a month. The luxury pre-owned Rolex watches are also included in this. Little pro tip. That's what I end up doing with my watch, okay? Just ended up doing the zero financing at all. But while these interest rates are still high everywhere else, Genesis is offering real interest rate relief, and you need to take advantage of this. 0.0 for 5 years, all the way to the year 2030. This makes everything more affordable, and it's just the smartest way to buy. Don't miss this amazing offer. All natural and lab-grown diamonds are included now through June 30th, only at Genesis Diamonds, of course on approved credit, so see store for details. They're located in Green Hills and Cool Springs. It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're going to fill us in there.
We can take care of it no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ms. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Gotcha. Right? And from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running upstairs anymore.
Not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, what you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jerry's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball.
Boy, Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no roof.
Good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Another thriller last night in the Stanley Cup Final as the Carolina Hurricanes strike back, taking Game 4 in Vegas 5-3 and tying up the series at 2 games apiece. Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal broke the 3-3 tie 6.5 minutes into the third period to score his second of the game in the Stanley Cup Final, leading 5th goal of the series. Now the series shifts back to Carolina for Game 5 on Thursday night. Coming up tonight, the NBA Finals continues with with Game 4 in New York as the Knicks lead the San Antonio Spurs 2-1. The Knicks looking to bounce back after Game 3's loss on Monday, which ended a 13-game win streak. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30 on ABC at Madison Square Garden. The Titans were back on the practice field yesterday for OTAs, and rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate was not on the field during the open portion of practice. The Titans are set to hold another open practice on Thursday, where head coach Robert Saleh will speak to the media ahead of practice, and select players will be available immediately after. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Fourth and final hour of the show, 9 a.m., the fourth quarter of Wednesday mornings. Ramon and Will. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling, Justin Hawkins, joined as we are at this time each and every Wednesday morning by Titans Radio's executive producer, Rhett Bryan. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Happy hump day to you all.
Yes, sir.
How we doing?
Well,
we're good.
We solid, man. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in.
We got a little stormage yesterday afternoon.
Got a good
Stuff
bit.
blew through there, man.
We sure did.
Had some flash flooding.
Yes.
We're going to get it all out of the way
High
before
winds,
Saturday.
hail.
All out of the way
Check the
before
weather
Saturday.
for you, Will.
That's right.
I think you're going to be good there.
I've checked
do.
about every hour for the last 3 or 4 days, which I'm sure shocks both of you.
Well, let's do this. Weather doesn't change that quickly here. It
That's
does
true.
change quickly.
That's true.
But you might want to do that to like 3 times a day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back down. I'm down to about that now. Now that it says 0% precipitation,
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
On that
Even
that
if it said 20%, that's still an 80% chance it doesn't happen.
yeah, it's true.
Okay.
The
There you
glass
go.
could be 80% full at that point. It'd be great.
See?
We're in
Get
good
an
shape.
optimist like Rhett B out here.
We're
man.
chilling.
Get you one like Rhett.
We're feeling good.
I'm looking for you right now, Will. Goodness.
No, we're great. I just looked. It's still 0%. 87 and cloudy. That's great.
That's beautiful. What I would be worried about is the doggone humidity. God, being in suits and humid. Oh, my God.
I'm going to sweat either way. Yeah,
You got you.
That's right.
I thought that was actually you right there,
I
Rhett.
thought so too.
It is. Just not live.
It's not live.
Jayhawk on the board back there.
Rhett, yesterday, Titans OTAs open to the media once again. A day off today. Another practice we will all be able to watch tomorrow. What did you take away? What did you feel like you learned yesterday, or one big thing maybe just from the 2 practices that you've seen this week? Or what you're watching?
Just how certain personnel are out there. Like, I know there's certain things we cannot say. Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. But I will say this. Titans fans, you're going to be enjoying Wan'Dale Robinson this fall. You're going to be enjoying Gunnar Helm this fall. You're going to be enjoying Carnell Tate for sure. But Chimere Dike is climbing in year 2, as is Elikayo Manor. Just looking at the offense part of it. But there's a big Jeff sighting at OTAs
We
yesterday.
didn't bring that up.
That's right.
And so that's always good. And you figure he's checking in because next week is when everybody's supposed to be here. And so, because there's been some people missing, and I'm sure they've communicated to the powers that be that here's where I am and what I'm doing and why I'm not here, because it is air quotes voluntary. But I think you're going to start to see that. You may even see some more faces and names trickle in on Thursday leading up to the mini camp next week, because there's a lot of teams that haven't had mini camp. Like this week, I think just a little over half the league started mini camp.
Yeah, sure did.
I think it was 16 teams. So they're one of the ones that are on the back end of that schedule. But, just watching them install defense, install offense, just overall. I'll give you another one. I've been, you know me, Max going, quit doing that. Just kind of hand timing Tommy Townsend's punts. And, I'm seeing some very nice hang time.
Nice.
A very nice hang time. I mean, ticking towards the 5-second mark, which is
Elite.
mighty good.
Elite.
Mighty good.
I like it a lot. Cam Ward with 2 interceptions this week, but again, some of the context around that, like it's a 4th and 15 play as he's trying to find Gunnar Helm on Monday, and they're just trying to make something happen on a 4th down play, and Kevin Winston makes an interception there. I go back to don't be an IE and being an instant evaluator in practices like this, Rhett, and you know as well as anyone, there is context, there is a plan. We are not privy to said plan at times, and this is the time to try stuff. It's the time to learn stuff.
It is.
And for Cam Ward right now, it's an up and down part of the offseason as he learns a new system and new weapons, and receivers learn how to play with him.
Well, not only that, but Ramon has said something that I think is correct, is that the thought is, and the hope is that the system will help protect him a little bit and, obviously help him grow. The other part I take of, and you're right, if he throws 2 picks this week, okay, that's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
But he's throwing touchdowns too. That's what needs proper context.
Right.
Yeah, some people like to live in negativity. That's all. That's all it is. It's easy to report bad news than it is. Hey, you had a good day today. You just carry on by your business. Bad news gives you an opportunity to, hey, why was it bad? Tell me why was it bad? And football is that's the reason you don't see scores been 56 to 54 often. You know what I'm saying? Like those things don't exist because there's so many room for error, so many margins for so many different bodies. There's 11 people on both sides of the field, plus referees that can get hit in the head with football that creates chaos from time to time.
That's right.
It's a margin of how often can you minimize your mistakes. And I think we saw that throughout the duration of practice.
We have seen those ebbs and flows. You're right. The other part of it is, again, this is the installation of the offense and the defense and Bones Fossil with what he wants to do on special teams. If you're going to make mistakes, now's the time. Yes. Don't do it in week 1 or week 12 or anywhere in between if you can help it. But, look, it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good as it seems. It's probably somewhere in the middle, and that's what you hope for in the first place. But, for the doomsday bunch, you got to take all of this. If it was really good, you got to take that with somewhat of a grain of salt.
If it was really good.
Because if it's really good for one side of the ball, then it's really bad for the other. It needs to be going back and forth.
All right, well, let's go back. Over 10 years ago, Marcus Mariota had a streak where he didn't throw an interception in practice for how many snaps? It's 300-something snaps.
Wow.
That's true.
And then...
That's true.
And so it's like, well, that's a nice stat. That's good. But that doesn't mean diddly-poo squat because we're not, in the middle of it with guys and pads on where it counts and there's a scoreboard.
Sure.
So that's an example of how it can be over-the-moon type good and not actually be that.
Yeah.
And again, back towards the center. Not the worst, not the best. So, I'm just taking incremental samples of viewing practice and taking a few notes here and there and seeing what develops.
Well, I think, too, this is a game of physicality, and it is a game for big people. And playing football in shorts and T-shirt jerseys.
Right, exactly.
Is not physical as nearly as much as football on Sundays and Thursdays and, Wednesdays and Mondays and Tuesday, all the days, is played in the regular season. And the line play and the line of scrimmage play being the big question that we have about this football team. We're just not going to get any answers on that until the 2nd or 3rd week in August.
It's funny you bring that up, too, because most coach worth his weight's going to tell you, I don't know nothing I don't know a thing till I see him in pads.
Exactly.
And see him in pads for a day or two. And it's funny because when we were standing there watching practice yesterday, Brad Hopkins, he goes, man, what about the shells? Where's the shells? Not even the full pads, just the shells, the blue ones.
Yeah.
And you said, no, we got rid of that a while back.
Yeah. Like, Brad, we got rid of that a long time ago at this point in time.
Because shells just became essentially padded practice.
It was an excuse to get more physical. If you got me on the play, then because of this shoulder protection, I'm going to get you as well.
Right.
And it's still physical. Like, you see them connecting bodies, but there's a stoppage that's allowed now that wasn't really when you had on those shells at the time. So,
right, and that's why when someone gets tangled up or someone falls down on a route or whatever, like we saw a couple times yesterday, it's like all in our head, they got that coach in our head going, get up, stay up, stay up, stay up now.
Stay up, stay
The
up.
way I see it, too, with Cam at this point, like, he is allowed to go through this process and go through the lessons that you got to learn now, because football is played in September. The meaningful games that are going to go on a record are in September. And if there are growing pains in June and that results in better play in September, then great. Like, why are we evaluating, I'm not saying we in this room, but to me, performance and stats and numbers are just some context and some updates, and I know fans love it, and you should. It's your football team, and you love it, and I love reading it as well. But there is a grain of salt you got to take all this with, because if you've got to fail in June in order to succeed in September, I'm obviously going to make that trade 10 times out of 10.
Absolutely, and the reality is there's going to be mistakes made in September, October, November, December.
It just kind of is what it is.
Yep.
It's not error-free. It's just not.
Right.
Laws and averages and dudes on the other side facing you get paid too. I mean, it's just what it is.
Absolutely.
And listen, for what you guys are saying, and I'll echo it with this. Everybody likes to read about their Titans. Everybody likes to read about their football team. The only thing I would advise is that you don't take everything completely like it's the gospel, because it's not. Like, things change. And, I mean, look, everybody's got clickbait. Everybody's got it out there. And I have a motto this time of the year and leading up, like, feed the beast. Feed them what they want. Sure. People are hungry for it. Hope springs eternal. But, yeah, I mean, there's going to be ups and downs. Like, the big thing I'm ready to see, I want to see everybody together next week and kind of see how that goes. But let's see what it's like that first week of camp, where the defense is usually ahead of the offense, and those pads start to come on. Like, that's some of the real stuff. But to your point, Will, the real work, in addition to what they're doing right now, is going to be those scrimmage matchups against the 3 preseason teams, because that's where you're going to get the most valuable work. Because you're going across the dudes like, I hadn't seen this dude before. Or if you're a vet, I haven't seen him in a while. And you can kind of, I mean, I would imagine there's a ton of valuable film out of just one day of work against somebody you don't see on a regular basis.
In Atlanta last year is where Cedric Gray became a starter.
It did.
Never looked back. Had a fantastic season at inside linebacker.
And
so guys started to emerge.
I was actually communicating with somebody in our YouTube chat right there. It's like, where can you say Cam significantly improved? Like, I don't think you can really give a true answer to that, because you brought up the Marcus point, Mariota. Like, he was phenomenal in the spring, and then I'm guessing the fall didn't go that way. Like, the true, eyes or the true tale of
his first game he threw 4 touchdowns, and then the rest was downhill.
You see what I'm saying? The true testament of where has a player, evolved or gotten better at comes when it's real. How does he adjust from week 1 to week 2? What is he like in a 2-minute drive we hadn't seen before? Can he really throw down the field? That's where it really matters. I've seen guys, and we used to call them Southside All-Americans. There are no All-Americans. there are no All-Americans in the NFL.
Southside
All-Americans. What do you do when the pads are on, when real referees are out there and when you're on the clock? For instance, if one facet of Cam Ward's game that every fan of the Tennessee Titans want to see, what is his ball presence like in the pocket? Does he protect it? Does he just go down? Does he throw it away? The fumbles. We can't really measure that right now. That's the more...
He's not getting hit.
Yeah, he's not getting hit.
Right.
But in some simulation, even yesterday, we saw him put his face in the briar patch.
Yeah, where he's
Step
moving
up in the pocket, make it
yes,
right.
absolutely.
Climbing the pocket.
We saw those
Here's
things.
the other thing I would say to people that are asking those questions. He's still putting in the work. It's known he's in that building at 5:30 every morning, just like everybody reported about last year. The effort is there. The learning process is now, what is the application of those things in year 2? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yep.
Rhett Bryant in studio with us. Coming up next, it is one of our favorite segments every single year that we do here on the show. It's Bonnaroo Week. So Rhett Bryan is taking us through a game of Bonnaroo
Musical
bands,
guest.
real or fake, coming up next.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Ramon Will rolls on here on 104.5 The Zone. Rhett Bryan is here. It is Bonnaroo week, which means we are about to play a game of Bonnaroo bands, real or fake.
Bonnaroo.
Because we make this joke all the time, and it's a very common joke of, that sounds like a good band name. Or, that new band name, I call it. That's from Parks and Rec. Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt's character, says that all the time. It's one of my favorites. And then we'll just go to the SNL big voice guy because Rhett's really good at doing the big voice guy.
Musical guest.
Yeah.
It's Saturday Night Live.
We've had legendary names like Diarrhea Planet, which
Yes.
was one of the real bands.
That was a real
Bonnaroo
band.
That's
right.
That sparked this a few years ago. So, Rhett, I will give you the floor, sir.
I was reminded, too, Bonnaroo was canceled after one day last year due to flooding.
That's right.
And they have done some things to try to prevent that kind of stuff. But anyway.
I know they're going to go crazy this year then.
All right, so this is Jayhawk. You're involved in this too. It's a three-way deal. I'm the judge. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Up first, Japanese breakfast. Japanese breakfast. Will Bowling. Will or fake? Is it real or fake?
Japanese breakfast is fake for me.
Ramon?
I'm going to go real.
Let's break the tie and go fake.
It's real. They are playing Sunday at the farm at Bonnaroo.
So, because Japanese
Ramon
House,
out to a 1-0 lead.
Japanese House is a band I've listened to, so I thought that you were doing a playoff Japanese House, so I overthought that one.
Japanese breakfast is playing on Sunday at Bonnaroo.
Appreciate that.
All right. Whiskey weather advisory. We have a whiskey weather advisory. A chance
We
of
interrupt this
brown
programming
water.
to tell you there's a whiskey weather advisory
Yes.
for Fentress County.
Yes.
I'll go first on this one. I say fake.
Justin?
Fake.
Fake for me as well.
You are correct, gentlemen. That is fake.
There we go.
You are correct.
2-1 to 1, Dermot.
Paw Rod. Paw Rod. Hey, that's my Paw Rod.
Oh, my
Don't
God.
throw an S on there.
Yeah, that too.
Justin?
Let's just go real.
Fake for me.
I hope it's real.
I'm going to go real.
Ramon and Jayhawk, you are correct. Paw Rod
That
is
sounds like
playing.
something you would make up.
Paw Rod is playing Friday at Bonnaroo Music Festival. How about that?
That is insane.
Paw Rod. That's some stuff, isn't it?
Paw Rod.
Thinks of this.
All right.
Goodness sake.
Stony would know Japanese breakfast. Be sweet.
Of course
to me,
you
baby.
Disco Sasquatch. Musical guest, Disco Sasquatch.
Rhett Bryan, that is real. Disco Sasquatch.
I'm going to go fake.
I'm going to go real.
Ramon Foster is the only one. Ramon is rolling.
If you know Rhett, then it seems like Rhett has made this up. Like that's
killing me.
It seems real that it'd be real to you, but like it's so fake of a name that it's got to be real.
And
That makes
Diarrhea
sense.
Planet's not real?
Diarrhea Planet was real.
I know it was real. Yeah.
You would think that would be a fake name, but
So scores are 3 me, 2 Hawk, 1
No, you're
Will.
4.
I'm 4.
Yeah, you're 4.
Yeah,
no, you're 3.
Because you said Disco Sasquatch was fake, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
If
That's
you
4.
say 3, then you're 3.
Hawks at 2. Yes. Let's go.
All right. Wet leg. Wet leg.
Ramon?
I gotta go fake. I gotta go fake on that one.
I'm going to go real.
Wet leg is real.
You gentlemen are correct.
Let's go.
Wet leg plays
Let's go.
Friday at the Bonnaroo.
Let's go.
Wet
Battling
leg
back.
Friday.
Don't call it a
Wet
comeback.
leg.
Don't call it a comeback.
Trombone shorty. Trombone shorty. Trombone.
If you're going to play in trombone shorty, you got to have a trombone in the band.
This is
Yes.
big instrument.
Thank you for the Alabama reference.
Big instrument, short person.
Probably.
I'm gonna go real.
Fake.
Real.
Real and real.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Will and Ramon.
We're back.
5-3.
5-3.
5-3. Both ways. Yep,
both
that's
ways.
All right.
Wet leg is crazy.
Marmalade frequency. Marmalade frequency.
I'm going to say
real or fake?
marmalade frequency is fake.
Marmalade frequency is a music term. Slow frequency is what I'm thinking. I'm going to go real.
I'll go fake.
Jayhawk and Will are on the board with
Come on
fake.
now.
That is correct.
Come on
That
now.
is
We're
fake.
climbing. We're within one.
We're
That was
climbing.
fake.
Yeah.
That
5,
seems
4,
so
4.
real to me, right? Jeez.
All right. Mountain grass unit. Mountain grass unit.
I can't take you serious. I cannot take you serious. I refuse to take you serious right now.
Mountain grass unit.
Mountain
real
grass.
or fake, gentlemen?
I'll lead it off and say real. This is too funny to be
Fake.
I'm going to go real.
Ramon and Jayhawk.
Let's go.
Mountain grass unit
I
plays
switched last minute.
Saturday.
You did?
I
at
switched last
Bonnaroo.
minute. I was going to go real.
That's
Hawk
good.
got 5. Hawk got 5.
Very
I got
good,
6.
very
Will
good.
at 4.
I got 4. Yep.
Jellyfish Parliament.
10.
Jellyfish Parliament.
I'm going to jump on this one quick. I'm going to go, real.
Me too.
fake.
Jayhawk.
Wow.
Jayhawk is tied with Ramon at 6 apiece now.
Man.
What was that name again?
Goodness sakes.
Jellyfish Parliament.
Jellyfish Parliament.
Not to be confused with the Great Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh my gosh, it's Hogwarts. Son, that's Buckingham Palace. Again, Parks and Rec. I've been watching Parks and Rec again.
Mariah the Scientist.
Real.
Mariah the Scientist. Without hesitation, he said real.
Fake back here.
You said fake. Okay. Will?
Fake.
That's Young Thug's girlfriend. It's real.
What?
Ramon is on the board again.
Oh my gosh. That's Young Thug's girlfriend?
Yeah, Mariah the Scientist.
So she blinded him with science?
She did. She stuck with him through
Good
his
job
prison
by
time.
you, sir.
Oh, absolutely. I
You've
knew that.
regained the lead.
science. Okay. I'm really bad at
Rainbow
this.
Kitten Surprise. Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Is it real or is it fake, gentlemen?
I'm going to go fake.
I'll go real.
I am familiar with them. That's a real band.
Oh. What? Oh.
Jayhawk and Ramon are tied at 7 apiece.
go.
Yeah, that's
Will trails by 2.
I have
at
heard of them.
5.
That was 5 for the Will.
All right. Cosmic Gravy Express.
I want to believe those.
Cosmic Gravy Express.
I do believe it. I'm going to go real.
I'm rolling with Will on this.
Oh, I want to be alone. Fake.
And with that decision to do that being opposite day, Jayhawk takes the lead.
Dang it, man. Oh my
8 to 7.
gosh.
Well done by
You're
you.
very good at this.
Well done.
See,
You're
well
very good at
done.
making these band
I'm
names.
wondering how your mind works
Man.
right now.
Man. Okay.
The Dirty Sundials. The Dirty Sundials.
Oh my gosh.
Is it real? Is it fake?
That's too dirty to be fake. I'm going to go real.
I'm tired. He's leading right now?
Yeah, sure is.
You're trailing by 1, Ramon.
You went fake?
I said it's too dirty to be fake, so I'm going to go real.
I'm going to go fake. Too long of a name.
Oh, and Rainbow Kitten
give me real.
It's fake. Ramon is tied with Jayhawk at 8 apiece.
How am I so bad at this?
Because it doesn't
I
seem
listen
real.
to this, the kind of genres
Music
that are
test.
that
How
go
am
to
I
this.
so bad at this?
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Snow strippers.
Real.
Snow strippers.
Real. I've seen images on social media. Real.
Oh,
Not
wow.
of them.
What?
Not-
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful.
Thanks for
Keisha might be
clarifying.
listening, sir.
Turn on
She know my
safe. Not
friends
at work.
are
I hope, Ramon.
She know my friends messed up my algorithm.
Okay. Oh, it's a good way to just, I see how
You
that
said
works.
real? Snow.
I went real. Snow strippers. It just seems good.
I'm going to say real as well.
Fake.
And Ramon retakes the lead at 9 to 8.
Will, we climbed.
Snow strippers plays on Saturday.
Thank goodness. Finally got one.
All right. How about this one? A Meal and the Sniffers. A Meal and the Sniffers.
Real.
This has got to be real.
That's real.
I'm gonna go a meal. I'm gonna go fake.
You're tied at 9 again because Real and Real have it. And Will
I'm
and
catching up.
Jayhawk.
Catching
We've
up.
all yet to
I'm within
agree
2.
to. I think we're feeling that pressure as well.
A Meal and the Snippers plays on Saturday.
I
Yeah.
think there's only one we all agreed on.
Hot Mulligan. Hot mulligan. That is the weather when you're playing golf this week in Middle Tennessee.
That's what Bonnaroo's going to have.
Yeah. You need a little help? It's going to be hot.
Mulligan.
Hopefully you don't need a mulligan.
Hot mulligan, Rhett Bryan, I think is fake.
Okay.
I'm going to go real.
I'm going to go real.
No, you can't.
This price is right.
You're tied at
now.
10.
Let's go.
It's Hot Mulligan playing Friday.
Dang it.
He said you wait him out right there. I waited him out. I'm playing prices right
I would
now.
like a hot mulligan on that game.
Desert Static Club.
Real.
Desert Static.
I just have.
Fake.
I got confidence in
It's
this.
fake.
That's real.
You say it's fake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go real.
Will is climbing back in
Come
at 8. They are fake.
That's 8 for Will.
We're back.
Yep.
I'm within 2.
You were then 2. All right. Buffalo traffic jam.
I don't know if there's enough
Christy
people in
O'Brien
Buffalo to
might
do
be
a
doing that in another market for Cumulus right now.
Is there enough people in Buffalo to have a traffic jam?
Yeah,
there is.
If there's 50-cent wings at a place,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
Hey,
This is true now.
the Rust Belt is real.
Well,
Buffalo
banking on those 50-cent wings, I'll go
traffic jam.
real.
For those reasons, I'm going to go fake.
Buffalo traffic jam. You're going fake?
I got fake.
Buffalo traffic jam is fake.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Just-
real. I thought you heard me.
Real, and you retake the lead at 11, sir.
There's no way they came up
Buffalo
with
traffic
that
jam
name.
plays Saturday.
It's
Again.
like Chance the Rapper out here. Like, what are we
Again,
doing?
Diarrhea Planet.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino.
This ain't no intro this
Mother. Wolf Mother.
Oh.
Easy work. Yes, real.
I feel like I've heard of them.
Are you agreeing with
Wolf
me?
Mother.
Well, I have to go opposite because I'm trying to catch up, so fake.
Okay. And what did you say, Jayhawk?
Real.
I said real.
Jayhawk retakes the lead. You both were right, but he's at 12. You're at 11. Even a man that is
I'm out
pure
of
of
this
heart
now.
and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the moon is shining bright.
Go
Wolf
off,
Mother
Brett.
plays Friday at Bonnaroo.
Okay.
Right there.
The Long Set Society. The Long Set Society. In other words, this must be like a jam band, the Long Set.
I just really like this name. I feel obligated to go.
You want it to be real.
I want it to be real.
I'm gonna say
Go
fake.
real.
I will also say fake.
And Jayhawk is establishing that lead.
Let's go.
He's at
Let's
13.
Oh, that seems real,
We're
right?
all
Yeah. Yep.
Wolf Mother.
I'm as close to Ramon as Ramon is to Justin.
All right.
Why
How
you gotta
about,
be like
how
this?
about this one? How about
Bring me down a little more.
Neon Campfire Ritual? Neon Campfire Ritual.
Why is it so long?
I feel like they don't do anything but play like instrumentals, and like the name's too long to really just shout out. I'm gonna go real.
Real for me as well.
I'm going to go fake.
And you're going to go in the lead at 14 for
Oh
sure.
my gosh.
Justin Hawkins is
Jeez.
laying it down right here now.
You've won too much. I hate you now. That's
Crazy. Wow.
Hey, how's
Okay.
the rear view
You got
mirror?
the Patrick Mahomes
How's the
effect.
rearview mirror? He says. Wow, eat
fantastic.
my dust. Spacey Jane. Spacey
Oh, I'm gonna go real.
Jane.
Real for me as well.
Real.
What?
All right.
Nobody's catching up.
Right now, in a commanding 15 lead, Jayhawk is right. You all add to your scores, but Jayhawk leads at 15, Ramon's at 12, and Will is now in double digits at 10. They play on Sunday at Bonnaroo.
Closing it
I'm
down.
bowl eligible. All right. Here we go.
Magnolia Static. Magnolia Static.
Real.
Mine? Fake.
Real.
Jayhawk is extending his lead.
gosh.
He's now at
This
16.
Ain't no way.
16, 12
Magnolia
to 10.
Static is fake.
You have a soundboard there. You could have just played the noise instead of saying.
Well, the board wasn't on at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
fault
How
is
about
that?
this one?
Now
There
it's
you go.
on.
Porchlight Profits. Porchlight Profits.
I'm going to say fake.
Ramon.
I'm waiting on you.
Okay,
Leader.
I'm going to profit off this one and go fake.
I'm gonna go real.
You profited, Jayhawk.
Oh, my gosh. I'm
Now
within
leads
one of Ramon.
17.
I hate him so
I'm
much
within
right
one
now.
of Ramon now.
I love you too.
He's on a, not only is he leading, but he's on a
freaking
streak
go.
right now.
Man, and the thing that bothers me
Don't
is
go,
I
come
had
back.
stuff prepared for a tiebreaker. I don't think we're going to get
We're gonna
there.
need it. I know.
Passion Pit. Passion Pit.
That's what we calling it now.
I'm going to go real.
Somebody's calling it.
Real on passion pill.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fake.
I have a passion for realism.
Okay. You're now at 18.
I've heard of them before, too. I think they had a FIFA song at one point. That's how I knew them.
Of course, it always comes back to soccer with this guy. Always comes back to the soccer.
Yeah, they had a song on FIFA 13. That was the first ever FIFA I bought. Okay,
Ask us
sorry,
if we
continue.
care now.
No,
The
yeah.
Cumberland,
it's okay.
the Cumberland Drifters. The Cumberland Drifters.
I'm going to go fake on Cumberland
I'm gonna
Drifters.
go fake.
Fine, I'll just go opposite. Real.
You did not extend your lead further.
take
They are
that.
fake.
Ramon and I are
that.
tied at 13 still.
What is it, like 5 leads?
You're up
in
by
it?
5, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're doing just fine.
I'm fine.
Big gigantic. Big gigantic.
Justin, you lead by 5. Go ahead and go first.
Double real.
Big Gigantic is
Like
real.
he's real.
He's trying to do the damn audio daily double in here like it's Jeopardy. He goes double real.
Well, if big and gigantic are both things that are large.
I'm saying real.
Hey now. Okay. Ramon,
I said real.
Real
Okay.
and true.
you are all correct. Big gigantic plays Sunday.
I'm hot.
So
Wrap
it's
up
between Will and I right now.
Bonnaroo. Yeah, that's right. You're both are at 14. And Homeboy behind the glasses at 19.
How many do we have left? Do we need to get a break in and finish after the break?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do that. We'll finish. Bonnaroo band names, real or fake? Wrapping up the show on Ramon and Will. I cannot believe how much we have heard this song and did not know this was Wolfmother.
And this was a bump back. This is a throwback right here on 104.5 The Zone because they used this as a bump coming back from break, usually in the 9 o'clock hour, I think, on the Wake Up Zone.
Yeah.
With Kevin Ingram, the late Mark Howard, and the late Frank Wycheck.
Wow.
And I must admit, I did not realize this was Wolfmother either. Like, and once we hear it, we're like, I know exactly who that is.
Nobody knew it at the time.
Feels like Tennessee's about to kick the ball off.
They're like, seriously.
Like, here we go. Oh.
Bouncing.
Yeah. Ramon's just done a flyover with his plastic plane. All right. We as we wrap up, Bonnaroo Band's Real or Fake with Rhett Bryan. What else
Justin
you got for
Hawkins, 19. Will and Ramon tied at 14.
Beautiful. All right, Will.
Side piece.
Real.
Side piece.
Real.
I'm going to go
got
real.
kicked out the original band. That's my thought process.
You said real, Justin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say, unless Stefan Diggs is in town, fake.
You, sir, are incorrect. It's
Dang
real.
it.
Side piece plays Friday
One up.
at Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival 2026.
One up.
Okay.
Okay. Starlight Communion.
I'm going to start it off with fake.
For this is my body. Okay. Starlight Communion, I'm going to say is real.
I'm going to go fake.
All right. Ramon is at 16.
No!
Jayhawk is at 21. Major Lazer. Major Lazer. All I hear in my voice is Mike Myers. Laser. Major Lazer.
Go ahead, Ramon.
$1 million.
I'm going to go real.
It's real.
Oh, okay. Real.
You're all correct.
Okay.
Major Lazer plays
you've
Friday.
I've heard of them too.
I almost went fake on that.
Well, I mean, it's okay if you heard of them. You know.
That's why I try to make Ramon go first and make him say fake. That before I had to
Lavender
say it.
Highway. Lavender Highway.
Lavender Highway. I'm going to say is fake.
I'm going to go real.
I'll go fake.
Fakes have it.
Let's go.
Bingo.
Fakes have it.
I'm with it on. We have 1 minute.
Okay.
The Wicked Jewels.
Got to go rapid fire. Fake.
Real.
Fake.
Real has it.
Nah.
We're done, aren't we?
Down 2.
Jayhawk wins this thing. He does.
With flying colors too.
flying
Not even close.
23 to 18.
You got too much power back there. Too much power.
Too much power. I'm taking my headphones out. Is he
That was
playing
fun,
something?
though, y'all.
Well done, Rhett. That was
Well
very
done,
good.
Rhett.
You have a
Well
gift
done.
for making band names.
I don't know where you got the fake names from, but they were all good. I believed them all and trusted none.
But part of it is it's guilty by being around me, and I do this game all the time, doing the old Don Pardo voice on Saturday Night Live. So.
Major Lazer's big song is Lean On.
Major
their big
Lazer.
Lean On?
A laser.
They are a, according to Google, American electronic dance music and DJ group. There you go.
That makes sense for laser.
That's right. Thank you, Rhett. That was fun.
Thank you, Rhett.
All right,
That was good
fellas.
stuff.
Back at it tomorrow
Yes,
morning.
indeed. And back out to the practice field, too.
That's exactly right. So we will talk to you then, bright and early, 6 a.m.
Remember, 2 more sleeps, Will. No, 3 more.
3 more sleeps.
Well, remember, your
That's
Twitter
right.
fingers in your mic is always hot.